too late.
All right, so we are live. So welcome to Stormfront Freaks Raw. This is the raw recording of our audio podcast. Tonight it's episode 183. We're looking forward to having Adam Skinner on the show. He's a former storm chaser, but he's also a brilliant mind, creative mind. He's co-founded a couple great weather businesses, and one is really cool. I'm looking forward to talking about is 3D Weatherverse. So he's working with another company creating real-time 3D weather simulations, which sounds pretty cool. I can't wait to really find out more about that. But so this, we call it Raw because this is the recording. You catch that we haven't started yet. I mean, heck, we only got 4 people on. We're supposed to have 10. So we'll see where this goes. But you get everything in between, all the fun stuff, all the stuff we edit out of the audio podcast, all that cool stuff. So Greg is back up in Canada, dude. I thought, why would you have not stayed down there and chased this week? Like, there's some good stuff to chase this week, right?
Yeah, it did not look like that.
Okay.
4 or 5 days ago, and
Yeah.
I was just like, damn it. Yeah, today looks good.
You
But
just-
after
yeah.
today, honestly, it looks
right. Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway.
I agree.
So I may have totally missed we're live, right?
Yes,
We are live.
Awesome. Okay. So I may have totally researched the wrong guest for tonight's show.
Okay.
I thought the email said that it was switched to Jim and Paige.
No, that's who it was supposed to be from the onset. That's who it was supposed to be. So the first email was, here's our guest, blah, 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 blah. And after I sent the email, it was the same time I sent the email to Jim and Paige, and Tang came back and said, well, we might be chasing Thursday, which obviously this time of year we get all the time anytime I have a chaser lined up for the show.
Yeah.
And so that, I think it was, I don't know, it was the next day that I confirmed Adam. We can move him up because we had Adam scheduled for August, so we just moved
So
him up.
when in Gmail, when you get the email,
Yeah.
so the first email I read was, here's our guest, and
Yeah.
you went through the whole thing. And then the next one's down, oh, our guest couldn't make it because they're chasing or whatever. And then I read that anyway. So I read it backwards. So
All right. Well, you got a little bit of time. We don't have everybody on quite yet.
Get it done.
Maz, how are you?
Oh, Garrett's not going to
I
make it
am
tonight.
unstoppable. I'm not going to make it tonight.
Your
Me?
audio sucks, man.
Uh-oh. I'm trying
Hang on.
to close
Hang on.
tabs. Trying to close
Hang on, let me
tabs.
see if I can fix it.
Trying tabs.
Okay, now talk.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3.
Yep. Can you tap your microphone? You're not using your microphone.
Oh. Did not know that.
MJ, can you hear me okay?
I can. You could give me a little more volume maybe, but
I don't know how to do that yet.
Okay.
I just got a new laptop because my laptop turned into a brick on Tuesday.
no, that's not good. Hey, Adam.
Hey,
Check
how's
1
everybody
2.
doing?
Oh, we're doing great, and you have the best audio of anybody, and I can already tell after 3 words.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Anybody watching Norman right now? Holy.
What's happening in Norman? I saw that
Norman?
there was a
There's a-
tornado warning, but is there actually
Yeah.
something happening?
Rotation's decent. It's not as good as it was, I think.
Yeah,
But
one
it's
of
decent.
our Patreons is talking about watching the coverage.
Matt, MJ, I'm getting an echo, feedbacky echo.
Yeah, I hear that too now. I don't know who that's coming from. Somebody.
Well, you know what? It originally started as soon as Adam came on, so I
Maybe I'll
suggest
switch
we
my audio
blame
settings
him.
here. I'll throw
Blame it on
rotation.
Adam.
Maybe that'll help. How's that? A little better?
let's see.
Way
Yeah,
better.
I think that got rid of it.
Yeah, it's StreamYard. I use StreamYard all the time, so I figured that's what it was.
Okay.
You had
all good.
another StreamYard tab open?
No, just this one. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do have another one open. Oh, look at you.
Haha,
Fancy. I should have known. Greg would solve all my problems.
there you go.
Okay, so I've got this new laptop.
Yes, you do.
You said it bricked? What happened?
I don't know yet, but with this one, it turns out there's no key on the keyboard for turning the volume up, as far as I can tell.
Well, that would be for your
Yeah,
mic.
but no, I
probably-
could hardly hear you guys.
Oh, you could hard. That's what the problem was. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Maz.
Am I okay on volume now?
I think
MG?
so.
Yeah, it's good.
I think so.
Okay.
Maz,
pretty
got
solid.
you yet? Tap your microphone. Are you with us? Yeah, okay. There was a delay, but
There was a delay. I wonder why there's a delay.
I don't
Why
know.
is there such a delay?
Why is there a delay?
Bandwidth. My band. What the heck?
You're catching up
That's
a little bit
horrible.
now, I think.
You're in a band?
And the name
Damn.
is Wit.
Wow.
That's actually a good band
Yes.
name. Bandwidth.
yeah, with
Bandwidth, yeah.
yeah.
Ah, I like it. I like it.
Then
I
it
might
could be
play
like
a song
band
later,
Bandwidth.
maybe.
People will be like,
Hey,
what?
I got my acoustic all tuned up, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
Beauty.
And in a former life, I was a professional musician for about 20 years. So, yeah. So
What
I'm
instrument?
Out a song. Guitar and drums. I taught as well too, and had played a lot of shows. Had a lot of fun. It was.
Now,
we
is
played
that
for,
the-
so many people.
Guitar and drums and cymbal and harmonica all rolled into one
At the same
machine?
time, like the one man
Yeah.
show with he's got all the
Yeah,
different
yeah.
pedals and
Yeah.
yeah.
So Adam, you said you did that for about 20 years?
Yeah.
Did you start when you were like 9 or something? Or like how old a guy are you?
I'm about to turn 40, so I'm 39, and
You
turning
did
40,
start when you
yeah.
were 9.
Yeah, so about that. Yeah, it would have been
Wow.
about that. Yeah, so yeah.
All right. Well, Serena's actually a professional musician as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Ask her what instrument she plays.
She's like, what? Serena, what instrument do you play?
The recorder.
I
She's
The
she's a
recorder.
machine on the recorder.
can shred a recorder, man. I shred it.
Yep.
Phil. How you doing?
Adam, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. This is exciting. I'm
Good.
stoked.
Glad you made it. Well,
Thanks for the invite.
let's get started. I know Brady said he's running a little bit late because he's leaving his mom's birthday dinner.
So sweet.
It's always about his mom. Yep. I would say every time Brady either misses a show or is late or leaves early, I would say what do you think? 60% of the time it has to do with his mom.
Most, yeah,
I
probably.
would say 100% of the time.
It's been hockey. Hockey takes up some of
Hockey
that
is
every once in a
hockey.
while.
Yeah,
there's
hockey is
definitely
There's a hockey game, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's. So we'll go ahead and get started, and obviously we gotta. Once we get into June, we start doing video shows. We kind of probably need to get used to starting, pretty darn close to the top of the hour,
Yes.
starting at 9. So
Yes, I'm going to
Adam's
crack the
joining
whip.
us. Thank you. You're gonna crack the whip, MJ.
I am, yes.
Thank you.
And I wanted to check Serena's volume, or she hasn't talked enough for me to hear yet. Where she's.
Oh, okay. How
Okay.
is this?
Yeah.
Am I close enough, or do I need to make it closer?
Nope, that's good.
Okay.
And
Good.
Serena, once again, love your audio.
Phil set me up with the mic, man. It's good.
I know we get
So-
Adam and Serena now with the best audio we've ever had. So
Better than mine?
Beautiful. All right, so let's
Yeah.
let's do this. So we'll do our tease. I'll do the quick teaser opening, and then we'll do the official opening. MJ, we're just doing audio as normal, correct? Or what was your thought?
no, yes, the way
Yeah, okay.
this is normal.
All right, we'll show everybody our cool new setups and videos and all that stuff. Maybe when we're done.
Okay.
So teaser, then we'll come in and do the normal opening. I'm going to make part of the normal opening before we get into our what everyone's drinking. I'm going to make some of the announcements that are coming up in June, as well as our Chase vacation. Should I keep the dates or should I not mention the dates? I just say later this month. Is that better at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
Just since we're a little unsure. All right, I'll just say later this month.
And by this month, we mean July.
Okay, and then we'll find out what everyone's drinking, and then Maz,
Yes,
you've got Adam's introduction.
I do.
Good.
Yes.
And then we'll go from there. And just heads up again, we're not doing team closes this episode, so you don't need to look for that.
I thought of a good idea, by the way, on the team
Cool.
close.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm up for that. If I need to make a video for it, I'll do that. I've been churning out videos left and right now.
You are getting After Effects in, hey?
Brady's
Is that what
about to
you're
log
using?
in.
Is he? Okay.
Are you using After Effects?
No, I'm using Fillmore. Fillmore. They've got lots of awesome templates and other stuff that I can add, and yeah, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's a cool program.
Oh, you okay? Oh, were you the one that told me about it?
I don't think so. It's
No.
definitely not.
Okay. All right.
No.
But you like it. You like Fillmore.
It's cool. It's all right. I use DaVinci, but yeah, Fillmore is cool.
I was told DaVinci's
Adam's
a good
got
one too.
Broadcast voice, Adam. That's awesome.
I was
Thanks.
told DaVinci was not quite as user friendly, but it
It's
was
not.
free.
It's
right?
terrifying, but once you get into it, it's
Yeah.
really powerful. It's nice. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam,
Greg?
can you at some point in the next couple of hours, can you send everyone your mic setup? Like, just send
Yeah,
us the information, because I'm gonna buy it right away. Because if I can sound as good as you sound right now,
It's all the mic. It must be the mic. Yeah.
I'll give you guys get a room later. Let's go. Ready?
Oh, good.
All right, so here we go.
Good.
Coming in with the teaser in 3, 2. Hey, Storm Freaks, it's Phil. 3D real-time weather radar simulation. Are you kidding me? Hey, co-founder of 3D Weatherverse, Adam Skinner, is in the studio to explain. And what's a show without some hashtag weather fools and a visit from Weather Trollbot 5000 right here on episode 183 of the Stormfront Freaks podcast. All right.
All right. Totally forgot
Very
my mic was
nice.
on. I'm sorry.
Was that you that coughed or did something?
Yes. Yeah,
That's great. That was nice.
Gosh.
High quality, right there. It's like reality TV though. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. All right, where's
Maz-
Brady? I thought Brady was coming on.
So he sent a
Same.
message that said he was logging on now. He just got
Taking
home.
off his skates.
Hey,
All right.
Greg, my phone bricked last week.
You're gonna use that one for probably the next month or two, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty
Maz.
much.
Yeah,
Even
it's good.
for-
That's a good one. Like
Ma-
what?
Maz,
I feel the pain, Maz.
Yeah.
Maz, are you able to turn up your microphone at all?
Is it not? Check
Uh,
1, 2. Check. Is that better?
Yeah, you're
the
just a
heck?
little quiet compared to other people. At least to me. Maybe others don't hear that.
Just
I think
shocking.
it's all right.
I know.
Is he okay? That's
I
fine.
don't know. All right, here we go. Coming in, real deal. 3, 2. Hey, welcome to the most entertaining weather podcast. This is the award-winning Stormfront Freaks podcast, and it's brought to you by the Drive Weather app. If you got summer plans to be on the road this summer, do yourself a favor and don't leave without knowing what you'll be driving into. I'll tell you what, these guys got over 500,000 downloads. The Drive Weather app, it shows motorists the weather along their route at the expected time that they're going to be at each point. So download it for Android or iPhone, or just visit driveweatherapp.com. Hey, thanks to all of our Patreon teammates for supporting the show. We've got a great group of people. I've been enjoying interacting with them. And one of the things we've now done for our Patreon, I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, don't know where it came from. Yep.
Okay. Everyone's got headphones, right?
Try it again, Phil.
Test 1, 2, 3. I don't hear it now, but it showed up for a second.
That was
All
the
right.
same. That was the same echo that we heard earlier.
It was. Yeah.
What's up?
Still, it's just an echo, but it sounded the same, yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start the Patreon thing again. 3, 2. Hey, thanks to our Patreon team. We got a great group of teammates that we have with that group. We've had a lot of fun interacting with them. And one of the coolest things that we just launched as part of a kind of a new change and some additions to what we do for our Patreon members is we now have a group Facebook page. So Facebook group page just for members only, past guests, and our co-hosts. And so what's cool about this is we now have over 60 members in there. And of course, that includes our Patreon members, but some of our past guests, we've got Dr. Philip Klotzbach joined, and Ginger Z joined, and Brandon Clement joined, Michael Binsky joined, our guest Adam Skinner today, he's on there. We got a ton of people, and it's just kind of going to be a cool way for us to, in a little bit more of a private and intimate setting, just be able to chat and have fun and just kind of let loose a little bit more. So looking forward to that. And if you want to join our Patreon team, you can be a part of that as well. Just go to stormfrontfreaks.com and you can find that. I also have some big announcements to share with everybody. We've basically, as a team here with Stormfront Freaks, decided we're going to change our direction a little bit more. We've always been focused on being an audio podcast, and we're now going to be focusing more on being a video show. We'll still produce the audio podcast and upload that for everybody that loves listening to us. That will still be there. But we're now really going to put a lot of focus into our live show. Still doing it at every other Thursday night will be the plan for that with our guests and everything. But we've really upped our game with some of the video things we're going to be doing. And the other great thing about that is that typically in the last couple of years has been a Patreon-only exclusive to watch the live show. We're now going to put that back out to the general public where we started. And so everybody's going to get an opportunity every other Thursday night to watch us live, join in on the chat, and interact with everybody. And so we're really looking forward to that. We're looking forward to bringing that to you. And that's going to start with episode 185 on June 8th. So mark your calendars that night to join us June 8th. So looking forward to that. The other thing to let everybody know about is Stormfront Freaks, we're doing our Chase Week. This is the second year we're doing it. We did it last year. And so as a group, there's a number of us are going to be going out sometime later this May, and we're going to be chasing, but we're also going to be streaming that live. So you're going to want to go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/StormfrontFreaks, or just search Stormfront Freaks YouTube, whatever. You'll find us there. So just make sure you subscribe to the channel and choose notifications, because we don't know exactly when we're going to start our chase stream. So at least when we do, you'll get notified that, hey, we're live, and you can tune in and watch us. We'll probably have 2 vehicles going, so you'll be able to tune in into both vehicles and, catch all the shenanigans during the chase and hopefully see some cool stuff like we're looking forward to as well. So,
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
We did make the decision to not put it on OnlyFans, right? Like we
Correct.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Greg. Hold on.
I just wanted to
that,
double check.
That hasn't been made just yet. You know.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
we did it last year
on
too.
YouTube, so
We did it last year. We just made our chase was just kind of a public thing. It wasn't.
Okay.
That wasn't exclusive itself. Now there will be some things that we'll be putting on our Facebook group page, some videos and photos of what we're doing when the chase is over, what's going on in the morning. If Brady and Greg and Serena decide to get their toenails done, we'll make sure. We'll make sure we put that on the stream as well. So
We're doing
not the stream, but
you guys don't understand how much
Facebook
crap
group.
I got from my family. I mean, I heard it from my brother. My brother wouldn't talk to me for a week, and I don't know why, but he hated it. He hated
Brady,
it so
prepare.
much.
Brady, I got divorced over it.
Oh my god!
Good. So guess what, guys? We're doing
crazy.
tattoos this
No,
time.
I think I was the one that
Tornado
looked you into that
tattoos.
too, Greg.
Add it
so
up.
It's my fault.
That's right.
Yep.
Right on.
tornado tattoos. All right, so let's we see who's here tonight. We hear who's here tonight. It's always happy hour when we record the show, so we're going to go around the horn and find out what everybody's drinking. Serena, I'm going to start with you. our former meteorologist. And what are you drinking?
I have another weather beer. This one is a cider, actually, so it's not really a beer, but the company is Stormalong.
No
Nice.
way. Where do you
Very
find
nice.
these things?
I don't know, but it's awesome. And it is actually quite delicious. I'm usually a beer person, but I'm like, all right, I could drink a cider if it's got a weather name. I'm
Like,
in.
do you
Beer of the
go into
month.
the liquor stores and actually look for this stuff, or are you finding it other methods?
Yeah, no, I go to
So you're
our
like
craft
hunting.
beer stores. Yeah, I go to our
You're like
craft
storm
beer stores.
chasing. Like
I'm
you're
storm
yeah, it's like
chasing weather
There you go.
beers.
They've got
Yeah.
to stock them at the observatory up there. They probably got all these weather beers in the fridge, right?
God,
Yeah.
they-
All right, Mark Maz Massaro, former on-camera meteorologist. Maz, what are you drinking?
Oh, well, after my 3 margaritas earlier, I figured I better go beer. So I'm in Liquid Aloha. Liquid my Aloha big. I'm tired. I'm just.
You're margarita tired.
Maz, you need an espresso martini, my friend. Wake up. Come on
Yeah.
now. Come on
All right.
now.
All right, Greg Johnson, our storm chaser photographer. What are you drinking up in Canada? Eh?
I'm keeping it real. Just a little bit of Canadian whiskey, Crown Royal, and Coke.
Nice.
Brown, nice. Good stuff.
Very good. All right, Mark
Great.
MJ Johnson, our Skywarn coordinator and producer. What are you drinking?
Sure. Tonight I have Smithwick's Irish Red Ale.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
that's good. That's good.
Yep.
And Brady Harris, atmospheric science grad. What are you drinking tonight, sir?
Yeah, I decided to go a little crazy tonight, doing a little Hofbrauhaus Hefeweizen, little fancy stuff here. Also, MJ, was that a fake? That background looks incredibly real, but that
No,
was
it's-
somehow fake.
It is 100% real.
What?
It's just
Okay,
in the
anyway.
other. It's just in the other room, but it's real.
Okay, great. Anyway, I'm drinking a nice Hefeweizen. Yeah, I thought it's starting to get summery here, so why don't we keep it on trend?
All right, Greg, before I turn it over to you, I'm going to find out from our guest what he's drinking tonight. Adam, what do you got?
I went out of my way to make sure I got something on topic here. Life in the Clouds, some
Nice.
collective
Wow.
arts IPA, 6.1%. That's what we have up in here in Canada. Is some
Nice.
pretty strong beer. So
Wow.
Greg would know.
Adam, I'll tell you
4.1.
what, you got a hell of a camera, man. That was like auto focusing. That was impressive right there for those
Attaboy.
watching
Thanks,
the
bud.
video.
He's got
That
the
was,
setup.
A little Sony. Yeah, Sony works
That's
good.
Yeah.
good. All right, Maz. Time for you to take it over.
You sure?
Maybe.
Come on now, man.
right.
Come on.
Adam
Allie.
Skinner. No, yeah. Hey, Adam is the director and founder of Instant Weather, creator of a popular weather app in Canada with plans to launch in the United States this year, along with the new Instant Weather Pro radar suite. Adam has also recently joined forces with GeoSynergy in Australia, down under, to create the 3D Weatherverse, which is a real-time weather simulation tool and storm chasing simulator built inside of the groundbreaking Unreal Engine 5. So, Adam, how does this, because I'm pretty familiar with the whole trillion trees inside of the flight simulator. How does that all compare with that, or is it totally separate and all that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely separate from Microsoft Simulator. So if you're familiar with Fortnite, that's Unreal Engine. But they're doing some really high quality stuff these days. If you watch The Mandalorian, the whole background of The Mandalorian is in Unreal Engine 5. So it's gone to cinematic quality, which is really exciting. So for me, it started a while ago, but back in about 2014, I literally had a dream where there was a tornado warning, and I looked outside and I could see a huge supercell right outside the house. And as soon as it went tornado warned, it lit up red, and everybody down the street could see that it lit up red. And then there was a mesocyclone rotation icon below the wall cloud, and we could all see it. And when I woke up, I thought, how the hell is that? Like, how would that be possible? And this is before I even knew what the term augmented reality was. And I thought, if we all had like glasses, if we all had like Google, and then Google Glass came out, and I'm like, oh, if we all had Google Glass at the same time, we'd be able to see storms in real time simulated. So that's kind of where it all spawned from. And then from there, we actually built the first ever 3D radar app many years ago called Tornado GPS. But it would only kind of simulate, one level of DBZ. So it was kind of like 49 DBZ. It was like this red blob, and like people would look at it and say, "What the hell am I looking at?" And I'm like, "Okay, this is not really taking it to the next level." But then I started to see all these new technologies of what is possible. And actually, you know what? I've already got it loaded up right now, so we might as well take a look. I know we're a podcast, so for those who are listening, they might have to go find the YouTube video version of it. But yeah, I've got it right here, right now, so we can kind of take a peek at it. There's storms
cool.
right now in Norman, so let's load up KTLX and take a look at the latest radar.
That is
So when I found Geosynergy, what they were doing, actually, it started with I emailed Epic Games and I told them my idea, and they said let's have a meeting tomorrow, and I'm like, okay, that never happens, you know. Epic Games, massive company, like they're gonna come and say, let's have a meeting right tomorrow. So I told them my vision, and they said, okay, you got 2 weeks, go find a team. So I remember this really nice developer who was helping me poke around and at Unreal Engine, and I went and found him. And what they were doing is they're actually for coal mines, they're simulating the methane plumes coming out of a coal mine. And the reason they're doing that is because, you know, when you show somebody just a page of numbers and say, this is all, you know, these are the numbers of the methane that's coming out of your coal mine, you know, they're like, whatever. But when they could actually see the huge, disgusting plume of methane, it was a lot more actionable, right? So when you can actually see weather in real time, this is real lightning data, this is real radar data. This is the storm that's tornado warned right now, going through more in Norman, Oklahoma right now. So, and let me actually show you the raw radar data as well too.
Okay, hold on, whoa.
Yeah.
Slow back. Rock
Yeah,
up
this is
for a
cool.
second,
I'm
Adam.
starting to geek out, man.
Yeah. Okay. So
Nail it.
listen. Okay. So what were we just looking at there? Like you're saying that's the storm.
This is the current. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if somebody had, for example, a picture right now from south. It looked like you were looking northwest. So if somebody was southeast of Moore right now and they were looking at it, how accurate do you figure that image that we saw was?
So that's a great question. I've had that question before. You know, I mean, radar data. So NextRad radar data is 0.25 kilometer. So 250 meter data. So, you know, if you wanted it to be exactly like the storm itself, we need about 100 times the resolution of that. But for the fact that we can take, you know, super res radar data, put it in there, and what we're actually doing too is we're using velocity data. So on all 17 tilts, so we're rendering the full volumetric, as you can see, the full volumetric scale of the storm. We've dialed it back here to there's this hail core right there, right? And there's its heavy rain, and there's the entire structure. So we're taking all of that raw data, and then the velocity data, we're using it to decide which way the clouds are moving. So when I bring it back to its full simulation here, if I do a little bit of that, a little bit of show summary at 0.03, and so you can see which way the clouds are moving. Those are actually moving in the direction that velocity is telling us, right? So Greg, of course, you know, and everybody here on this podcast, and I'm sure many who are listening, you know, when red is moving away from the radar, green is moving back towards the radar. So we have all of that data to be able to power this and tell the volumetric clouds
Adam,
which way to move.
you're just like, is anybody else's mind blown right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Completely.
this is pretty cool.
Just to be clear, what we're looking at, instead of a 2D radar image, which we've all seen 1,000, maybe 1,000,000 times, we're actually seeing that radar image now put into 3 dimensions, real time, and you can move around the storm. Adam, how is this not in like okay, you're talking about gaming. This is seems to me to be so far beyond gaming. What am I missing here?
Greg,
Yeah, so,
Greg
I
doesn't
mean-
even know what to ask. He is so he's
You know what?
past.
This is a dream come true for me. It's such a I've wanted to see. Basically, I've always asked, like, how come there isn't first I said, why isn't there 3D radar on mobile? How come there's only like GR2, you know, a PC version of it that costs $400? You know, where's the mobile version? It didn't exist. So I said, okay, I guess we got to build it. So with this thing, it was the same. I said, you know, where is, you know, and there's lots of cool storm chasing games out there. There's Outbreak coming out from Quebec Vortex. There's all these Roblox simulators. There's all these storm chasing games, but they all kind of take place in a little simulated town in Oklahoma. You know, it's kind of like a
Right.
simulated arena of all these little towns. And when you drive around that a few times, you kind of go, you know, what's next from it? So it's exciting I really like the idea of being able to storm chase. And I think about it too on the actionable side of things. You know, if somebody's playing, let's say Fortnite, for example, somebody's playing Fortnite, they're not paying attention to the weather. But if they're playing 3D Weatherverse and they're storm chasing a tornado that's in their neighborhood, when that thing's heading towards their house, you know, they're pulling off the VR headset, they're going and getting mom and dad or whoever and taking them to the basement or taking them to a safe place.
It depends how it depends how much they need to level up though. If they're almost ready to level up, then no. But I see what you're saying. Okay, Adam,
So-
can we like go inside like the hail core? Like I just want to go literally
Yeah, for
inside
sure.
like the strongest part of the storm and just
I mean,
just
like,
live
I mean,
there.
you saw it there. So you know what I'll do, which is really interesting. What we want to do in real time. So based on if there's a tornado warning, and it says, spotter confirmed tornado on the ground. What we want to do is actually spawn a simulated tornado underneath the storm, and I can actually already do that. I can basically just do it right now. And so we want to do that automatically in real time, though. So based on the size of the couplet, based on the size of the meso for the wall cloud, the couplet for the size of the tornado. And we know timing and positioning, and we kind of know which way it's moving. But we're also using, obviously, everybody's talking about AI right now. We're actually using AI to take any user-generated reports. So from Instant Weather, we get a ton of user-generated reports. I think we represent something like 90% of tornado reports in Canada. And we have a big community in the US as well, too. So when we get those reports, we can actually take that photo or that video, and we can actually use that to generate the 3D tornado model in real time that looks like the one from the photo. So that's going to be pretty exciting. But I'll do a little generated tornado here for you right now.
Hopefully this isn't going to like make a tornado happen, like the B-dubs.
It's under a tornado warning right now, but no, I don't think. Yeah,
It only works one way, Brady.
Okay. We're
I don't
hoping
think we have
I'm
that
going to keep
power.
an eye
We
on the
don't-
radar to make sure.
I'll put that on the to-do list to make sure. On the other way, maybe we can make tornadoes stop. That would be even
Yeah,
superior.
exactly.
But yeah, absolutely. So let me just do a little tweak here, and I'll spawn this right now for us. Playback speed usually pretty good at 0.7.
So
And-
I'm also curious if like the WCM at the NWS Norman office, Rick Smith, like if we can tell right now, find his house, is the storm over his house yet? Do we know? Like, is it that detailed?
It's possible that it's no.
Like, look at that.
It's 2.5 football fields, right? That's the resolution.
So 250 meter resolution, but we're doing interpolating, right? We're taking that data and we're simulating it more of a realistic resolution as
Now,
well too.
also, Adam, you've
Oh my
obviously are including. I'm assuming this is Google Earth or something as the mapping program.
It's funny you say that. How did you? You are wise beyond your years. So what we're using right now is a tool inside of Unreal Engine called Cesium. And they just made a deal yesterday. They literally announced it yesterday that they have made a deal with Google so that you can bring in Google Earth mapping tiles and have all the full 3D buildings, the trees, the whole like LiDAR scanned everything.
Wow.
And my
Great.
developer's actually rendering it right now. And he was trying to get me a version of it so I could show that for you on the stream. But he's
Okay.
literally in the middle of
So-
rendering it as
Tell
we
you what,
speak.
that's a mean looking twister right there.
So-
I don't know if I want to mess
Okay,
with that
so
one.
let's get away from the game thing for a second. I know that's where you want to go, but let's say you're a media company. I don't know. You're the weather.com or something. Like, could they use this technology to show in real time where that tornado and what road it's crossing, and all the stuff that James Spann is doing in 2D versions? Could they use this?
Yeah, so it's funny you say that because since 2015, we've Instant Weather. We've been live streaming and tracking tornadoes across Canada. At most, sometimes we're at like 11,000 concurrent viewers. So we're actually doing that. We are that company in Canada. But of course, we are up for, of course, licensing this out to other broadcasters as well to use for sure. But so we've already started using it on our live streams, and the response has been wild. And back to the idea of it being actionable, right? I mean, when you show somebody a 2D blob, like you're saying, they see the 2D blob on radar. What does that mean? A lot of the time, they only get to see reflectivity. Right. And they're like, okay, this just looks like a big red blob. Does that mean it has the potential to produce a tornado? Right. So we've gone deeper, and we're showing velocity, and we're showing correlation coefficient and the debris signatures and that type of thing. But, like you're saying, to be able to show this in real time and say, hey, this is where the tornado is. This is where it's moving. First and foremost, I'm using it to do the live streams on Instant Weather. So from Instant Weather Ontario to Instant Weather Alberta, I was actually live last night in Manitoba. And I was using this, and people were just like, "What is this?
Yeah.
What is this magic? What's happening here?" So, the response has been really exciting. That's great.
Phil, this
So-
goes
so-
to our question, our discussion last episode, Phil, about the fact that the technology is just like, how does one keep up? Sorry to interrupt you, Maz, but it's just, it is, I'm mind blown.
You know, it's Greg. The whole time I'm sitting here thinking, we don't need to
My God.
chase anymore because we can just pull this up, right? And just go, hey, well, it looks like this cell in Norman's doing better than down in Bowie, Texas. So let's head up to that one and check it out. And
It looks like the Stormfront Freaks van. You just got to stick a sticker on that. And
I know. I was actually thinking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
this
I mean,
is cool.
and then obviously let's change the time of day. Everybody's chasing at night these days, so let's take it down a notch.
Dang.
Oh God.
And
all right, so I'm telling you right now, this makes for horrible radio. So all of our listeners,
true.
you need to go to our YouTube page
God.
and
Yeah,
watch
you need to go to-
watch this episode.
Yeah. Not only that,
Can you-
not only for the
You're
for
driving
Stevie's
off-road,
graphics,
Adam.
but you got to look at Gregel's responses and
Yeah.
body posture here. He's very uncomfortable in an awesome way because this is so realistic looking. This is incredible.
Can you stop
Okay.
the van? Can you
Oh my
stop the
God.
van and have Phil take a leak in front of it? On camera?
Guys, Moore just had a tornado warning. That's not good. I think we had some
Oh.
bad mojo.
Do it, man.
Oh,
Do it,
yeah,
Adam.
yeah.
And tell me while you're doing that,
There's a decent meso right now too, right near Cole,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with instant weather, can you take what's happening and place like storm? Oh my God, I've had way too much to drink. Storm chaser
Oh, no.
video.
Oh,
Storm
good
chaser
question.
video.
Wow, that's a good
Place
idea.
it inside where it's located. I'm like going, oh my gosh, this is a quantum leap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
know
is a
exactly what
great
you're
way
saying.
to describe it.
To see the
Yeah.
pop-up, right? To be able to see a pop-up and
Yes.
see like Greg's live stream right in this, and so you can see the simulated version of it, and then you can actually see the real-time version of it at the same time and do the comparison. Yeah, I love that idea. That's great.
Oh my gosh. All right. So for those who are listening, this thing is pretty crazy and is incredible. But Adam, how did you even get started in this?
Yeah.
Like let's step back a little bit more. What even got you interested in the weather? How did you begin this? Let's start there.
All right, let's go back a little while and talk about that. Sure. So, I mean, if we go to the very beginning, it's like everybody else who was born in the 80s or the 90s. It's Twister, right? That's where it all kind of started. And then, again, like I mentioned before, I was a professional musician for so long. That was like my goal to become a rock star. And I might play if it's okay with you, I might play a song for you later that I wrote for my wife. So I might pull that out at the end if I have enough of this IPA. I'll pull that out for you. So I did that and was really focused on that for so long. And then where it's really interesting, and I don't think he gets enough credit, but when I started watching Discovery Channel and I started watching Reed and Tim, rest in peace, and Sean and everybody, I started watching that. And see, Greg can attest to this too, because and here in Canada, we have county-based tornado warnings. I'm not kidding. So we have, obviously in the US, you've got polygons drawn right around the storm. But up here, where I live in Barrie, it's like 100 kilometers from, or 50, I think it's about 50 or 100 kilometers from like Collingwood, for example. Well, when Barrie, my town, had a tornado warning, people in Collingwood have a tornado warning because it's county based. So, I remember watching the Weather Network and watching the red ticker at the bottom and reading it 75 times and waiting for it to change with some details. And it was always just the same cookie cutter information. And then I see, Reed inside of a tank inside bullseyeing tornadoes. And I'm thinking to myself, how is this guy bullseyeing tornadoes, but we have county-based warnings up here? Like, something doesn't add up. There's got to be more to it. So I was a self-taught musician. And everything I've done, once I get into it, I just dive into it. So I just went full blast and tried to learn as much as I could, tried to get out into the field as much as I could too. I learned from brilliant people like Tom Steff and Dr. David Sills from the Northern Tornadoes Project. And I learned from all these people. I try to absorb. I'm like a sponge. I absorb as much as I can. And I got to the point where I pinpointed a tornado. I got too close to it, and a 7,500 square foot roof got torn off of a commercial grade stable about 80 feet from the road where we were, and that got thrown at the car. And so I'm still to this day, people give me a hard time that I didn't take the photo. I had my iPhone in my hand. I just looked this way. The roof casted a shadow over our Corolla. By the way, don't storm chase in a Corolla. Just gonna put that out there. But I wasn't driving. I had my driver. He had his foot to the floor, and the winds were so strong it literally held the Corolla to the ground. We didn't move. He had the foot to. I could hear the engine revving, and it was just slowly pushing forward. So it was an EF1, 175 kilometer an hour gusts. And this building just literally exploded right beside us. The roof came flying towards the car. I ducked. A piece of sheet metal came across the hood and then went off the hood and impaled a garage across the street, missing a really nice Mustang by about 3 inches. And 2x10s were spiked 4 feet into the ground behind us. So we just got out of the way. The roof slammed onto the road. And right at that moment, I thought, this thing's heading towards, it was actually north of Orangeville, Melancton, Ontario, and it was heading towards Barrie. So I thought, who do I call first? I got to call my wife. I got to call my dad. I had all these ideas. And then I eventually thought, it'd be really nice if I was able to notify folks about tornado potential. And that's when we started what was initially called Ontario Tornado Watch. And then we've upgraded that to Ontario Storm Watch. And we've changed it to all instant weather. And that's kind of where it started. And the whole goal is to raise awareness about tornadoes and severe weather. Because there's a lot, especially up here in Canada. People don't realize Canada is second to the U.S. So U.S. gets 1,200 a year on average. Canada gets about 200 a year on average. And the problem up here is so many people say, it doesn't happen here. So that's a huge issue because it catches them off guard. They're not paying attention to the alerts.
Well, tell you what, Adam, when we come back, I want to ask you a little bit more about instant weather. But we're going to take a short break. And we're going to get you a new Storm Chaser safety clip. And, of course, be right back with more from Adam. So stay tuned. Wow. Awesome.
You okay, Greg?
Awesome.
Greg, are you okay?
Adam, by the way, I think I'm probably the only one that got the Fortnite references in here since I probably am the only one that played it. So.
No, you're not, Brady.
You played Fortnite, Greg? No way.
But I have 3 teenagers.
No, you didn't play it, though. You didn't play it.
Yeah.
He's playing it right now on a handheld.
That's right.
Yeah, Maz, you and me, I'm like, I'm sorry.
My kid.
Oh, you're like 30 years younger than
Yeah.
me, Serena.
Not quite. No.
So Adam,
Not quite.
Adam, you're so you guys were responsible then for Ontario Storm Watch or whatever. Didn't you guys roll it out
Saskatchewan
to other
Storm Watch.
provinces? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we have Alberta Storm Watch. Yeah, we got all those are all us.
Okay, I didn't
absolutely.
realize that. I didn't realize that. That's
That is
very
awesome.
cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Very cool. So, oh wow, mind blown here over here. Yeah.
Angela, I don't know if you're coherent enough if you got a question to ask. I know you're having fun with us, so that's good. You got a question for Adam?
So I guess in my relation to Twister, what's your opinion on the Twister 2 coming out?
I'm cautiously optimistic. Sequels
am
are
not.
always they can actually, although Terminator 2, Back to the Future 2, there
Top
are
Gun.
excellent
There are.
sequels.
Empire Strikes Back.
Top Gun.
Geostorm 2.
This is the next Top Gun. I promise you. It's the next Top Gun.
Actually, Greg, you're probably right. That would be an upgrade. It's
Well, it couldn't be a
guaranteed to be an
downgrade.
upgrade.
Top
Can't
Right.
be worse.
I just watched Twister again, and I was surprised, for the fact that it was that CGI. They spent a lot of time making it. I mean, it was right around right. ILM did Jurassic Park, and then I think was Twister just right after, or it was either right after or right before. But I know they put a lot of time into that, and you can. It's not perfect, but it still stands up today. That
holds up,
CGI
yeah.
is solid.
Yeah,
So
it
it
does.
holds up. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Not to mention
All
the
right.
acting. It was amazing. So.
All right, so we'll keep rolling. So we'll come back in, and I will, Adam. So I'll ask you a little bit about instant weather, and I what I've read, I don't know if it gives it justice or helps explain really to me what exactly what kinds of projects you guys have put together and are doing with that, because it seems like it's still evolving as well. So I'll just want to kind of give us a little update on instant weather, what that is, what you guys are working on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we can keep going for another probably 15 minutes, and then we'll hear. So it'll be time for our lightning round. We'll play a little lightning round, and then we'll go to our second break.
All right.
Tornado on the ground right now.
Oh, really?
According
We did it.
to,
Oh, no.
K4.
Oh, we did it. Oh God,
Oh,
we can't
man,
play
we did
this
it.
anymore.
At Cole,
Oh,
by
no.
Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
by
And Cole? Yeah. It's got a good hook on it, too. Yeah.
Really good hook. Good
Yeah.
hook, good reflectivity, great velocity, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's a hooker.
What's
What was
any CC?
What was
Yeah,
that?
there might actually be a little CC. Little
Yeah, my
drop.
cousin's house is still destroyed from the other
Oh,
one.
no.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
All right. So here we go. We are coming in. 3, 2. Hey, welcome back. We're here with Adam Skinner, and obviously we all got our minds blown, Adam, with what you're doing with 3D Weatherverse. That's amazing already, and you're still developing that. So hopefully we can keep you on here long enough to see what that 3D rendering will look like. That maybe you got someone working on in the back. But I want to find out a little bit more about instant weather, because you started with that first, developing that first, and so before we went to break, you're talking a little bit about where that kind of started. Explain to me a little bit, because the things that I've read maybe there seems to be a lot involved with it. You've got instant weather is this, and it's got this over here, and it does this too, that you're involved in a number of different things. So if you can explain what it currently is, and then once you've done that, just tag on to the end, where's it going?
Sure. We just celebrated our 10-year. So I consider the anniversary is the day that tornado got thrown at me, which was April 18th, 2013. So we just celebrated our decade long. And we started with, just members of the community, just volunteering their time and helping out. And we've grown it into a business, which is pretty exciting. And something I never even, forecasted, pun intended. I didn't think, we get to that point. I didn't think we wouldn't, but I just didn't have any idea of it. And then, people started to want an app from us. They wanted, we actually send out text message alerts as well too. That's been a big thing. So the team is built up. I think we have about 27 members in total. And it's been really, really exciting. So we started off with our Ontario page, and then we quickly decided, well, my brother's actually a master web developer. So because of his ability to be able to post Environment Canada alerts instantly to social media, I thought, okay, because of that, we can probably scale this up a little bit. So we decided to launch a page for every province. And then I quickly said, let's launch a page for every state. So I took a big gulp and created 52 Facebook pages. One, like, we literally have like Colorado Tornado Watch. We have like California Tornado. If there's a state and then the words Tornado Watch, we've got a page for it in the US. And so we built that up as well too. And so I think right now we've got something like 120, 130 social media pages that we have to keep an eye on, which is a little bit tricky for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But
I have trouble with my own Twitter feed, so I can't even imagine.
just the Twitter feed. Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't even imagine.
Yeah. So we built that up, and again, the whole goal is to raise awareness about tornadoes and severe weather. So we try our best to forecast them proactively. And obviously in the winter, we're not just sitting on our thumbs. We're doing winter storms as well too. But yeah, we've just built it up to forecasting, a lot of social media. We've built the free app, and it's got a boatload of downloads now. And we've got, our Amazon bills you should see them. They're pretty ridiculous. But so we've got at sometimes like 70 servers running to handle the traffic from what's going on with the app. And it's pretty wild. And yeah, so what we decided to do as well too is we've been using every pro radar app out there. I literally have every single one you can buy. I'd be surprised if there wasn't one that I didn't have. And a lot of them are really, really US focused, which is great. And they do have really good technologies for Canada. But there's more for Canada that we wanted as well too. Things that are left out. So we actually partnered. Instant Weather became an official partner with the Northern Tornadoes Project, which is run by Dr. David Sills. He's like the Dr. Tornado in Canada, and he actually not only did he rate the tornado that threw the roof at me as an EF1, but he actually ended up leaving Environment Canada to run this program at Western University. I was playing drums on his album of all things, and we were sitting at dinner, and he told me, he's like, I think I'm going to leave Environment Canada. I'm like, what? Like, this is huge. I'm like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, because this is in the US, there's so many different offices that it's I think it's probably a lot better as far as getting out to the damage site quickly and raiding the tornadoes quickly. And unfortunately, sometimes here in Canada, because of limited budgets, you know, the team from Environment Canada will go out to raid a tornado several days later. And, you know, by then, all the debris has been cleaned up. You know, there's a lot less damage indicators. And so that's what the Northern Tornadoes Project has done. They've basically kind of taken over and taken over and collaborate with Environment Canada on verifying tornadoes across Canada, which is excellent. So the reason we partnered with them is because we have 1.2 million community members, which about 90% of them are, 85% of them are in Canada. And because of all those community members, they're always sending us reports. So again, we represent a huge majority of the severe weather reports that come in. And so we wanted to partner with the NTP to be able to get the reports to them quickly, so they can go out and verify the tornadoes immediately and get, you know, that proper documentation.
You know, all I can say, Adam, is that sometimes some great decisions are made when a band is jamming out together. Sometimes they don't always make the great decisions, but this one sounded like it was a good one.
Yeah.
This is good.
So Adam, tell me a little bit more about the app.
Sure. Yeah. So basically, it's called Instant Weather. It's free. Again, it's only in Canada, but we want to launch it in the US for sure. My green screen is going to make the top bar invisible here, but it's basically like this. It's a nice, super clean app. 15-day forecast. It's got 10-day hourly. It's got even sub-hourly 15-minute intervals, and a big part of it was to be able to send those notifications to folks as well too. And we're even proactive as well too. If we see rotation, you know, we have a system where we can create a storm-based polygon and send out and say this storm is beginning to rotate. You know, it may have the potential to produce a tornado. So we're actually sending out custom notifications as well too, and being really proactive with it. And actually, in Ontario, over the past 10 years, we've provided advanced notification to 76% of tornadoes that have been confirmed. So we're really trying to complement what Environment Canada is doing and try to be really proactive and send out notifications as well. And then Dave said, hey, Adam, do you want to build a pro radar? I was kind of coming around to this, but he said, do you want to build a pro radar suite for us? And I was like, sure. And he said, okay, go for it. And so, so I'll bring it up right here. This is Instant Weather Pro. So, little shameless promotion, I guess. It's basically, it's what I've always wanted, because I really like to remove friction. I find that a lot of the time it's like, I want to change the speed of animation. Now I have to go to the menu and I have to scroll down the page and I have to find this slider and I have to move that slider over. You probably can't see it right now because my name's on top of it, but at the bottom, we've got just a one-click button to go like 2, 4, 6, 8, like to change. Yeah, you can see that right there. So we can change the animation speed, change the frames with one click, switch between your modes with one click. So I really like to eliminate friction. Also, switch between your products, switch between your tilts, all on the main screen, not clicking a thing and clicking another thing and going to the tilt. Like, just hit a button that you're into tilt to. So, one thing that I really like that we've done here, I'm in dual mode right now, but if I switch to single and if I switch to split, this is the first time ever you've been able to swipe between two products.
Oh, son of a
That's pretty cool.
This is the EF2 that went through Barrie, which is my city. I'm live streaming during this tornado. Good thing I had battery backups, because I knew as soon as it touched down, because all the lights, like everything went down and came back up. And I said, I think it just took out some hydro poles. Like, I knew for sure. And people are saying, I'm in the north side of Barrie. People are saying, how come you're not getting your family safety? I'm like, well, I know where the mezzo is. The mezzo's right here. So the tornado is likely down here in the south end of Barrie, which it was crossing Mapleview in the south end. But the reason I like this is because a lot of the time, I don't know if you're noticing, you're comparing two products. You're saying, is that couplet located with that hook, or is it one of those weird, like Saskatchewan all the time?
I have to draw a circle.
Right?
I have to draw a circle using the drawing tool.
You got to say, is that the same? You're comparing pixels with the circle. Yeah. Well, now it's really nice. You can just swipe between them, so you can know the mezzo is exactly. You can know the CC drop is exactly where the couplet is. because you can go pixel by pixel and swipe between them. So
Yeah, so for those who are listening, I have to just describe this. So he has a velocity image and a radar reflectivity image side by side, and there's a slider bar that goes back and forth, and it's changing it from one to the other as you slide it. So you can very easily see how the composite reflectivity and the velocity imagery works together, so you're not flipping between screens. This
and guys,
is
I
really
think,
cool.
Would you all agree with me that as soon as Adam started sliding that back and forth, we all in our head went, "How come we haven't seen this before?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
How come,
Great.
how come
Totally.
this isn't something that we see all the time?
And maybe
Yeah.
someone does it. I hope someone's watching this is like, oh, hey, so and so does this in the US. I
I
have
want-
not seen this.
I want
Yeah,
every app to
so.
rip us off. We're not putting. I'm not a fan of patents. I think patents are stupid. I want everyone to rip us off. I want to be able to use my favorite radar apps, which you all know them. I want to be able to use all of them and do this. So I was already telling someone who's working with Omega. I said, do this, please. Rip me off. I don't care. So we're the world is abundant. So I'm okay if everybody does this, but I want everybody to do it for sure. This is something I want them to. They want them to rip us off for too. Greg, if you can see the top here, it says 50.04 kilometers per hour. I don't know why. I don't know why people think that we want to read meters per second up here in Canada. Nobody wants to read meters per second. Meters per second means absolutely nothing to us.
I wouldn't mean anything to me. Yeah, I get
It's like,
it.
Can
I'm
you
like,
switch
okay,
it to miles
25
per hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say meters per
Exactly.
second.
What about
Yeah,
feet per
yeah.
second?
I know they say it's like knots or miles per hour. I mean, I'm okay with miles per hour because I get it now, but I've watched enough U.S. tornadoes. I've studied enough. But, finally, it wasn't that hard to do. We converted it to kilometers per hour. So we've got all that wonderful stuff.
So Adam,
available here.
did you already explain? But is there a reason why you can't do the same thing with U.S. radars and create another app or add it to the app you already have?
No, that's part of the roadmap. So,
Okay.
This is going to work in the U.S. And actually, this is the interesting thing about this. This is a website. So this is not an executable file that you can only open one of them on your computer. If you've got 10 screens, you can just open Chrome tabs, and this is actually a website. So this was
It's
the
a
really
web app,
interesting
wow.
thing. Yeah, it's a web app. So it's the first time ever you've been able to take like 200,000 raw polygons inside of a web app. And the reason I know that is we tried to build it initially, and I went back to Dr. David Sills and I said, this thing is clugging along. It runs like junk. It's the animation is crashing the browser. It's not working. And he said, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to convert to a different technology and try to like do an executable file? And I said, let me see what my brother can do, because my brother's always said to me, if anybody can figure it out, it's him. So he went back and he figured it. He actually did some really groundbreaking things to be able to animate 200,000 polygons. He actually upped the performance about 30 times. So it runs at 20. I can do like 20x animations on this, and it runs perfectly, super smooth, and it's amazingly performant now. So yeah.
So
we've
Adam,
done
one
some-
thing I
some
can
really
tell
cool
right
stuff.
away. One thing I can tell right away about you is your brain is working at like way faster speed than most people's. Also,
It's working at kilometers per hour, whereas most
right.
it's
No,
like
exactly.
meters per
exactly.
second.
feet
Meters
per
per
second.
So
Thanks, Greg.
you'll figure out other cool stuff to do. You should just simply sell this product to all the big boys and retire right now and do something you want to. This is earth shattering, man.
Yeah, this
Thanks,
is
man. I
pretty
appreciate it.
sweet.
Thank you, kind of. I know I'm okay with licensing it to everybody, but I have too much fun doing this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is super exciting for me. So I want to be in the trenches. As long as I'm coherent, I want to be in the trenches doing this. So yeah, no ideas for selling it right now, but definitely licensing it out and for sure. Let's go.
Could this work on just like a regular computer, like I guess any computer? It doesn't have to be like a performance or any sort of special graphics card or anything like that.
So Brady, are you referring to the Instant Weather Pro, or are you referring to the 3D Weatherverse?
Well, actually, that is a good question for both, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm assuming the Weatherverse is probably a lot. It probably takes a lot more processing power, right?
Yeah, it takes a little bit more power for sure. But again, if you can run Fortnite, you can run the 3D Weatherverse. So they have lots of levels,
Fantastic.
right? So I mean, like a Nintendo Switch can run Fortnite. So we can dial it down so that it's of a lower quality. It still looks cool. I mean, like when you see people play a game on Switch and then you see a PS5 right beside it, you're like, wow, the PS5 looks so much better. But when they only have a Switch, you're not sitting there going at apples to oranges. You're
So-
just watching what you're doing.
So you're
yeah,
saying I can't play it on my Game Boy though? No.
Yeah, we'll do a Tetris version of it for
No,
sure.
bro.
It'll be solid. So, but yeah, so this is a web app, so it can run on anything. And it will be actually inside of our free app. We're going to have it inside of our free app. And it will be a subscription for it because obviously the server costs and the development costs and all of that. But
It's too cool to just make it completely free. Yeah, you're right.
well, I mean, we might do some free version of where you can like paint storms or something like that, and maybe some historical storms because we can go back and look at any storm. You guys want to look at more May 2013 right now? We can go back and look at that.
Let me. I think yes, but let me first make
Hurricanes.
sure the tornado is through more, and then
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's maybe a little too
We're
soon
good.
on that one
It's,
for sure.
It's cleared more. It's cleared more. Yeah.
It actually the couplet might look a little bit stronger right now. It's
Oh
oof.
no.
yeah, it's about to head through Goldsby as well. So we hope everybody's staying safe with that one because it's
The
Goldsby and then
historical-
probably through Noble.
The historical thing though is so cool because I can't tell you how many times even when we went chasing, guys, like I was trying to find I made a little collage video for us after we went chasing. I was trying to find like a good place to find historical weather data and like high quality, high res. And there wasn't much, I would have had to have taken almost like a video in the moment of the radar, to actually get like a high res. So that'd be pretty cool. I mean, Adam, that's
we've got NextRad back to 1993, and we actually have Canadian data. I think we're the only ones saving it on Amazon on S3 right now. Again, back to those Amazon bills. But we've got all the Canadian radar data back to 2021. So we've got all of the new radars because we actually just upgraded our radars here in Canada. So we've got all of that data, which is pretty useful. So yeah, it's nice to be able to have the historical stuff. It's great.
Maz, what do you got?
Yeah, I've been in queue waiting for 20 minutes. I may have actually forgotten my question. I've been like,
Oh god.
but
Sorry, I'm just geeking out. My bad.
well, and I
I'm
want to
geeking
say
out
this,
too.
Adam. I think people love you because you didn't get into this to make money. You got into this to make a difference and help people. And I think you guys tell me if I'm wrong on this. I kind of sense a little bit of a Jeff Bezos going, I just wanted to make a bookstore. And there's like so much more to this that I know the money is going to come. And when it comes, it's going to be massive where everybody's going to want it. Every TV station is going to have access. And the things that you guys are going to do with the real-time video and where people will sit at home and be able to go, yeah, sirens are going off. Hang on. Let's go to instant weather and let's check this out and go, yeah, we're okay still. Yeah, but you know what? It's not a bad idea. Let's get downstairs because it looks like it's intense. And you've got I'm sorry. This is probably why I haven't been able to talk. Because I'm just like Greg. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Everyone's all
Yeah,
twister painted.
right?
It's cute.
Exactly.
Twister
I mean,
painted.
you guys feel the same thing? You're like,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
going to be
Thanks,
so
man. Appreciate
much.
it.
So Phil, just so you know, I'm giving you my notice, and Adam,
Give you a call? I'll give you a call. Greg, by the way, Greg, I'm a huge fan, just so you know. I'm sure you already know, but I'm a huge fan. So.
All right, gang, that's the sound. It's time for our lightning round. So this is Adam. This is our game show, flashy and brilliant questions. We get to play with our guests every show. And tonight, so we know you like to play a little music, and I'm going to ask you a little bit later on to play us a little ditty. But tonight, we're going to play a show or a game. I'm calling this Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Whoa.
Little sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Greg, love that.
So these are all questions having to do with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. So we're gonna find out some of your knowledge of. So none of these are any new artists, right? They don't tend to make the Hall. What's the rule? Like you have to have your first album has to have been out like 10 years before you're
that one of the
eligible or
questions?
something like. What is
I
it?
got it wrong.
Yeah, I
Rock and
don't
Roll
know.
Hall
That's
of
not
Fame
the
is in
question,
Ohio?
so we're okay. We're okay. So here we go. We're going to start this off, and I'll ask you the question, and how we play this is the freaks can always jump into and maybe give you some hints if
a bad
you're
idea.
struggling. But
Don't
the
ask
first
me.
one has to do with the Beatles. Which two Beatles attended the ceremony to accept their induction in 1988? And I'll give you it's multiple choice. George Harrison and Julian Lennon.
Can I
What?
guess before the multiple choice?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna because I would think it's the two that were still alive, right? So it would be Ringo and Paul. Is that right?
Oh,
I guess too.
Oh,
George
George.
Harrison
George was still
died
alive.
recently.
Like in the 90s, I think.
Well, I think
So what do
he
you
was
think?
like-
So they were inducted in 1988. It was. Anybody want to guess?
So it was George and Ringo.
Paul. George and Paul.
Oh,
Oh, Paul had
no,
to be-
sorry. That was good. That was good. It was George and Ringo.
was
Paul
Ringo?
McCartney did not attend due to a personal and business conflict between him and the surviving members at the time. And Yoko accepted on behalf of John.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. All right, number 2.
Dang. Should have
Number
waited
2,
for the
you can
multiple choice.
you can redeem yourself here. What band refused to attend their induction ceremony in 2006? Was it Blondie, The Clash, Sex Pistols, or the Ramones?
I have
It's
never
gonna be
heard
one of the
of any
punk.
of those
It's one of the
bands.
punk bands for sure, but it's gonna be.
They're
I
all
would
kind of
say-
punk.
I'd say the. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Blondie kind of, but yes, I'd say.
Are those even
I'm
real
gonna go with-
bands?
I want to go
My
Sex
God,
Pistols, but it's
Brady.
probably Ramones. But I'm going Sex Pistols, which is probably Ramones. What is it?
It was the Sex Pistols.
Nice.
It was the Sex
Sweet.
Pistols.
Sweet.
Johnny Rotten apparently was not a fan of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right, number 3.
punk
When
fan,
was the
though.
first year the Hall of Fame inductions were held? 86, 85, 87, or 88?
Oh, that's an impossible question. You got to spread them out a little more. Make it like, 90, 67,
Numbers again?
Come on.
Oh, you know what?
85,
In,
86, 87, or
It's
88?
a crapshoot.
You probably put a year younger than the youngest year, so I'm going to say 86.
It was
Wow.
86.
Good one.
Very good.
Wow.
Like the strategy there.
All right, what
smart.
artist has the first honor of being inducted 3 times? Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Paul McCartney, or Eric Clapton?
3 times. I hear whispers of Clapton, but I think I'm gonna go. I feel like no. Hold on, because Paul could have had his solo career, then he could have had Wings, and then he had the Beatles. So I'm gonna say Paul.
Oh.
No, it's Clapton. Eh? Clapton.
It is Clapton.
Clapton, yeah.
Cream in 93, Yardbirds in
Yardbirds.
92, and Solo in 2000.
Do they still have
Everyone
Rock
with
and
the
Roll?
whispers?
Like, are they still inducting people, or is it just done?
They are. It's like Willie
know.
Nelson and
Great.
Yeah.
Brady, you're just not old enough to comment on this. Lightning round. So just-
all right, number 5. Which member of the Beatles has not been inducted as a solo artist? Lennon, Harrison, Starr, or none? Meaning they've all been inducted as solo artists.
That's even tougher.
Thought
I
you
should have
had it
waited
till
for that
that
first
none.
multiple
didn't you?
choice. I'm still angry I didn't wait for the first multiple choice. I'm gonna go with. I feel like if anybody it would be Ringo, but I'm gonna say none.
You're correct.
Wow.
Nice.
Lennon in 94, McCartney in 99, Harrison in 2004, Ringo in 05.
Does anyone want to see Adam and Garrett do like a trivia head-to-head?
I do. I
I
do.
do.
As
Yeah.
long as it's about music, we're good.
That would be good. All right, number 6, the Rolling Stones. That was a pretty popular band, Brady. They received the honor in 1989. How many past and current members were inducted? Is it 5, 6, 7, or 8?
Oh.
Don't you mean the magazine, Phil? That was a magazine.
See,
You're correct.
yeah, the Rolling Stone magazine. See, when they play shows, they have a giant circus of musicians. So I want to say, what were your options again? The highest was
5,
8.
6, 7, 8.
Let's go 7. It's probably 6. 6.
It's 8.
5.
It's 8. Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Brian Jones, Ian Stewart, Mick Taylor, who I think was with the Clash at one point, Charlie Watts, Bill Wyman, and Ronnie Wood.
I
We're
know
all
Mick
inducted.
Jagger. That was in a song. Like, I got the moves like Mick Jagger. But,
Yep,
right?
that's exactly right, Brady. All right, number
British
7.
trolling's great.
The legendary singer Sam Cooke was inducted in 1986. What group of which he was previously in was honored in the early influences category? Was it the Coasters, the Soul Stirrers, the Drifters, or the Miracles?
That is tricky. Let's go the Miracles. No, it's
Be
not.
the Soul Stirrers,
Serena's got it.
influential gospel group.
Did
Oh,
anybody
you
know
didn't
that?
get it?
That was an
Oh.
unfair question. That one.
All right, number 8.
Phil's literally Googling the hardest music questions possible. ChatGPT. You put it in the chat.
Whoa.
I'm giving you multiple choice. I mean, that's that's a little something there, right?
I appreciate
All
that
right.
a lot, actually. Thank you.
Number 8? You got a couple more. Who played drums with Led Zeppelin during their performance in 1995, the year they were inducted?
Jason Bonham.
Wow.
Wow.
His son actually knew. It was when he went to play with them. He said, "Okay, do you want me to play Stairway like you guys did in 1978 at this venue, or do you want me to play it like that?" He knew every version of how his dad played every song. It was pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow.
All right, what artist holds the distinct honor of being the first artist inducted twice in the same year? Eric Clapton, George Harrison, David Crosby, or Stephen Stills?
I
wanna
think
go
you're
back
thinking
to
of the hockey
Clapton,
player
but-
Sidney Crosby.
I want to go Clapton, but it's probably. I'm gonna say Crosby.
Or Stills.
No.
Oh,
The Stills.
was it
What was
Clapton?
your backup? Stills. Stephen
Oh, it
Stills.
was Stills. Oh, it was Steven Stills.
In 1997, Buffalo Springfield and Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Yeah, that's
All right, we're gonna finish on a softball. Number 10, Dick Clark is an inductee of the Hall of Fame. True or false?
Because it seems so ridiculous. I'm gonna say true.
It is
Oh,
true
you know
because he was
Phil.
influential.
You know Phil.
He was influential. Rock and roll.
That's
You did
funny.
awesome, music man.
He was.
Thanks,
That
man.
was very good.
The guy in
I was wondering what topic. I was sweating over it. I was watching I watched the 10 greatest Raw. I went deep into I did some research.
Wow.
Oh,
Jeez.
we've
So,
watched
yeah,
more
so-
episodes than we have.
Yeah, we didn't give you the burger position lightning round.
or Hurricane Supermodel.
No, that was
either.
fun.
Yeah.
That was
Hurricane or supermodel. So, all right. So let's do this, Adam. Give our listeners and viewers, let us know where they can find you and all these great projects you're working on.
Okay, so if you're on the Twitter sphere, if you're still on there, new CEO coming in 6 weeks. But if you're still on there, you can find the 3D Weatherverse. It's at 3D Weatherverse. If you can find Instant Weather, it's at instant_weather. And if you're on Facebook, just search your province or state. For the states, search Tornado Watch, and for the province, search Storm Watch. You can find us. So Ontario Storm Watch or Alberta Storm Watch, California Tornado Watch. We've got all those different pages, so you can track us down there. We've got family behind him. That was hello, hi, how you doing? Hi back there. So just track us down there, and if you want to track me on Twitter, at Adam Skinner WX.
Very good. All right. Well, we're going to take our final break, and I've got to go grab Weather Trollbot. We got a new version to share with you.
Excited.
Hey, Adam.
I feel like
Adam,
they've been
tell your-
humbled.
Tell your brother
Phil,
he's a
Phil, you're not
genius.
going anywhere.
No, I'm hanging out. I'm here all night. So let's have fun.
Adam,
Greg.
when were
Just
you
going
first
downstairs.
diagnosed with ADD?
Sorry, Greg. Can you say that? Can you say that again?
When were you first diagnosed with ADD?
It's funny you say that. Actually, when I was in grade school, it was suggested that I was very disruptive in class. I don't know if you can tell. I was the class clown. I was drumming on desks all the time. I was always trying to make people laugh. So it was suggested that I should probably go on Ritalin, and my mom was like, no thanks. And then I was never diagnosed, and probably most definitely, I would say ADHD would probably be probably the more likely diagnosis. But
I would concur.
Thank you, appreciate that. I'll try to calm down by drinking
His
the IPA.
professional opinion. Yes,
That's
he
right.
concurs.
And I want to work with you.
Dr. Greg.
Right.
Yeah, I was first diagnosed by Greg Johnson
Yeah.
on the
I say the same thing to all my patients, actually.
Greg, if you did diagnose me with something, what would it be?
Malignant narcissism.
Okay.
Jeez.
I don't know what
scratch fever.
either of those words mean.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Cat scratch
Serena. I
part of it.
appreciate that.
There she goes.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
Oh, man.
All right, are you
Brady-
On a
Adam?
Brady-
different level.
Hold on, is Brady younger than me? He can't be. I'm
yeah, Brady's
Oh,
like
yeah.
9.
he's still playing hockey.
Very young.
Yeah, are you talking real age or like
Or dog
learning-
years. Are we talking dog years here?
The age he portrays on the live stream is what we're
Yes.
trying to.
Okay, the age he portrays on the live stream is like a 13-year-old girl.
Someone's got to be it, okay? Someone's
Hey,
got to.
hey, Greg, can you work malignant narcissism into the last segment of the show? Because that would be a
We
great
got to
show
connect
title.
with our younger viewers. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Come on.
He's doing it with the AirPods there for sure. It's great. At school you play hockey. Actually, right up until 2019, right up until COVID, I was top tier ball hockey goalie for a long time. Got to play
Wait,
against
what's ball
OHL players
hockey?
and stuff like that.
What's ball hockey?
Yeah, ball hockey outside, outdoor. It's the orange ball. There's no skates, but
Oh,
I had
okay.
sliders on my pad, so I could actually do like I could do the Samsonov slide. I could do all that kind of stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, I
It
love
was
that.
fun.
Yeah, we play
Yeah.
that in the summer. It's a ton of fun. But we
It's a
have
blast,
beer. We play in beer leagues, so we don't take ourselves too seriously unless we drink beer
It's all good.
before, and then someone gets into a fight. That usually happens. So
Yeah, that's par for the course. Yeah,
that's usually
Great.
what it goes.
And then a hockey game
That's
breaks
solid.
out, right?
Yeah,
Then a
yeah.
hockey game
at
breaks
some
out.
point.
Usually the fight precedes the game, and then you go from there. Yeah,
And you're best friends for life.
exactly, exactly.
All right, everybody, it's time. Get your weather fools out.
I may have one.
I got him. Can you guys,
No,
There's
Uh,
no way he does.
the
MJ
world is ending.
Whoa.
MJ, can you see my screen?
And
Yes,
Maz,
there you go.
is this because of my comment last
Maybe.
episode? I
Maybe.
felt so bad after. I'm like, man.
That's okay.
What
You
happened?
just hung the big slacker sign of shame on me. So that's okay.
I missed it. What happened?
Never mind, Brady. You'll have to watch.
Now I
this
just got to know how to do it. That's the thing. It's been so long.
I have 3.
I
Oh
have
my
one.
god.
I've got 5.
Oh my god. Are you
I'm not even
kidding
gonna
me,
bother
guys?
finding mine.
You gotta
I'm
have a
good.
limit. You gotta have a limit. Come on.
I guess as you have one of mine then.
5? Yeah, that's such bullshit.
Then
Oh my
then I'll go
God.
last. Make sure I go last. Then just that
Okay.
way.
Okay. We'll start with
MJ
MJ,
can slice
first.
it.
You're gonna go. Phil you'll go.
Phil-
and Phil
No,
will,
I'm out.
No.
Share your screens
no.
if you got
No,
them. Share
you know
your
what? I'm gonna
screens.
cut Phil off at 3. Okay, I'm cutting him off. I'm cutting him off.
Phil,
Moving forward,
where
you
Where are
can.
we going to fit Diddy in?
Okay, I'm looking for.
Oh, play the music. Play the.
Yeah, we got to hear Adam's song.
Yeah,
We'll do that right after Freak Fan Box before we do our close.
got it.
Sounds good.
Adam, how
No
old
pressure.
are you?
39.
Okay. We're
Oh, you look
close.
younger.
Close.
No, you're not.
Only about 15 years above you, Brady. It's fine.
It's the intermittent fasting. It brings my metabolic age down. That's good.
All right, everybody sharing.
I
You
got.
do have the energy. You do have the energy of a very, very young, spry person.
I got
so-
Phil, Maz, and
Thanks, man.
Brady.
I got
Anybody
mine
else?
coming up.
Okay.
Jeremy says it's cycling again. Huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Noble. Okay.
Noble. Yeah.
All right. So
Continue
we've
their
got.
back on.
So Brady, you're coming into the Who, and then I'm gonna quick play this for everybody.
So we got MJ, Serena, Phil, Maz
No,
is
not me.
struggling to find his.
Not me.
Serena, I'm calling on you. I'm just telling you right
Hold on,
now.
You're just gonna embarrass yourself. I don't have one.
Oh my.
Hey, I'm gonna
God.
quick play. This will be our new Who, our new Weather Fools intro. Ready?
That's really good, Phil.
That is awesome.
The
That's
first part
great.
freaked me out.
Yeah.
It's kind of that, like you're covering your head with a paper bag. You don't want to be the fool.
I have to adjust my intro now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, MJ.
we're
Yes,
not
sir.
going to do that today, though. But yeah.
Yes,
MJ,
Maz.
should
why
I
not?
make this
Oh, it's
full
cool.
screen or not?
You make what full screen?
Should I make my Weatherfool full screen?
Here's what it looks like.
Hold on, I can't see it. Hold on.
Hey, is that the Eli tornado? I think so.
Can't you
No, it's bold.
Oh,
Colorado.
that's a good one. That
worked.
I have that
Eli.
for next episode, so I won't have it for next episode. That's good.
Okay.
That
Awesome.
No one's got the
Should I
Palm
make
Beach
that
one,
okay?
right?
You can zoom or whatever on it. Okay, cool.
You're going to get me going on a rant, aren't you?
So, sorry, I meant your background. Your background is the
Yes,
Eli
it is Eli.
Manitoba,
It
the
is
F5,
Eli.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's his name again? Justin's photo, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we didn't ask for permission to use it either because it was everywhere. So I and it was
He's a good
old,
dude.
and so
He'll
I
be
just
fine with it. Yeah, he's all right.
it's past the 100 years mark that it's free.
2007 was it?
Yeah.
I got a lightning bolt striking a tree.
Whoa.
I took that a couple days ago. So.
I can't hear him, but I can see lightning. I don't know.
Is that going to cover your electric box now, Brady, so it doesn't freak you out at night?
I hung it up here with my towel rack. I worked really hard with the presentation.
Now, hold on. Wait. Did you hang that up after the Ryan Hall episode when you saw all his TVs back there and you wanted to hang TVs on the door?
right.
I think.
Yeah, we've told everybody to improve their background because we're going video now, and so
Here's
that's
my
Brady's
This is
contribution.
This is my. I think this is the.
That's your-
the Hunger Games. This is
Phil,
Game of
Hunger
Thrones.
Games.
Phil, get
Oh,
this
My Game
back
of
on
Thrones
track.
lamp.
Look
Phil,
what
get
you've
it back
started.
on track. Show some leadership.
This is too good. This is
We're
too
off the
good.
rails, man.
No, it's all good. It's
All
my
right.
fault. My fault.
Crazy
So
time.
everybody's sharing. We got Weather Fools. Brady, you're opening it. I'm starting last, and then when you're done, it's episode 183 show notes, and then we've got Weather Trollbot 5000 Serena. Okay, to that. So you're coming in with Weather Trollbot,
Okay.
and then I've got a little bit different introduction to Weather Trollbot tonight. We might be crossing the line a little bit tonight with Weather Trollbot, but it's gonna be it'll be borderline. Maz, you're
All
gonna
right,
love
MJ's
it. That's all I have
MJ's
to
a really
say.
good editor, so we'll be all right.
Okay, and then as soon as we're done with that, Freak Fan Box, MJ, we got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple I can do.
Okay, and then when we're done with that, Adam, I will introduce you. Now, understand, Adam, you're now a freak with the rest of us. You get to comment on all these Weather Fools and do whatever you want, say whatever you want. That's usually how it goes. But then we'll have you play your song, and when you're done, we'll go into the close. Okay?
Cool. Wicked.
Sounds good.
Going. Sorry.
All right. Whew. So, Brady, you ready?
He got no. He just went in the closet or somewhere.
This isn't hockey.
No, it's not. All right, we got another beer. So, are we doing the super scary secret intro or no?
No,
No.
just a normal one.
Okay, good. I'm a little freaked out by that first picture.
All right. Coming in. Hold on. I can't mute myself or the music won't play. So.
Oh, I just realized these are expired.
What the? You made a sour cream?
I didn't know
That's
beer
before.
expired.
That's before. You're good.
Beer
You're good.
expire.
It's fine.
God.
Poison.
Oh, all right. Let's get the show back on the road.
We are coming in 3, 2.
Woo! Welcome back to the Stormfront Freaks podcast. Who am I? I'm Brady. Who are we? We're the Stormfront Freaks. What kind of segment are we doing now? We're doing the Weather Fools, where us as the freaks, we're going on the dark web, as Phil likes to say. We're going on the internet. We're going on Instant Weather Pro, looking at the radar. We are looking for people that did something not so smart, and it deals with the weather. I understand we have some overachievers tonight, guys. We are in for the long haul. Phil's got 15 Weather Fools. MJ's got 20. MJ, why don't you kick us off with your Weather Fool of the week?
All right, I got 3 of them here, and our first one comes to us from Shannon Bileski. And as soon as I can find the way to play this one, we'll be good. All right, so this is a flood, obviously.
Oh no!
And there's an RV, and you think that's the fool, right? No, the fool is the people on the bridge as this thing crashes into a bridge, and you can see just how powerful water is.
Whoa!
Because it takes that thing right under. And you go, oh, these people watch this, standing on top of this bridge, and guess what? There's another one.
It's not
Here it
done.
comes. Not
Oh
done.
my.
They keep getting bigger.
Why is it always the RVs? Like, why is it always the RVs? You know?
I don't know, but there
Oh.
it goes.
Oh my
phenomenal how
God.
quickly the
Yeah.
water can destroy those. That is
Where MJ? Do you have any idea where that was? Do you know where it was?
Let me look quick.
Like that was crazy.
It does not say. No, it does
Wow.
not say.
Wow.
Wow.
Wild.
Okay, so the next one then, Steve Collier shared this one, and you watch this one, and it's a tornado. Obviously, it's in Washington, Illinois. It's an EF4 tornado, and these people are filming it as it's obviously getting closer.
Yeah, when
And you watch it, and I'm gonna zip forward just a little bit because now
That's a nasty one.
trees
Yeah,
are
that's a nasty
moving,
one.
debris is in the air, and they're still standing there filming this.
Wow.
Now they go, oh, let's get inside this porch
Covered porch.
the
Right.
glass.
Oh my.
because we'll be
Ah, let's
safe
go
here.
inside the glass enclosure.
Oh.
And things are,
Trees are being
things are
ripped away.
flying
to create-
around. Debris is going everywhere. Furniture is moving. They're still standing there. And now I don't
And
know
this-
what's happening because
That feels like the phone got sucked out of his hand and is now
It
flying
does.
through the air.
Yeah, it does.
That's what that seems like.
so there you
That
go.
is crazy.
That
Isn't
is
that
the
dumb?
weather fool.
Not to be outdone, Curtis Farford shares this tornado video with us, and this is somebody driving, and they're driving into a tornado. Watch the white car in front of them get swept away by it, and watch all the debris.
We still see the
Yeah,
tornado.
we still see the other one.
Oh,
MJ.
I'm so sorry. There, okay.
Okay, there we go.
Here it comes again. Hang on, it'll go. I'm very sorry about that. Forgot to share the right tab. Okay, here they are driving, right? White car pulls in front. Tornado comes, sweeps the car away with all the debris.
Oh my.
Fortunately, they don't tip over. And there you can see the tornado kind of going away, and you can see the white car underneath a palm tree.
Wow.
Cool video.
Isn't there also a lady sitting on the ground with that one? I could have
I
sworn.
think there was, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That
so there
one's
you go.
ridiculous.
So there's some fools for you.
Hey, let's just say you want to pass someone instead of just go in a tornado, and you can just zip on right past them. It'll make you go a little faster. But
Yep.
I don't think I would attempt that at home. Just saying, everyone. But yeah, MJ, those were great. Definitely don't do that, especially driving the tornadoes. That's not the best idea. Filming tornadoes on a porch, even dumber. Not the greatest. Maz, I understand you have a weather fool this week. Who is your weather fool?
Woo!
Yeah, I
Yes.
do.
Yeah,
Oh, no. Pretty sure it's a leap year. Just saying. So this one, there's multiple weather fools, and I get this. I totally get this. You got a newer car. It's starting to hail. You got to get out of it. But the problem is everybody is doing this, and this car that pulls up took the only spot in the middle where any cars could get through.
And no
And
my
you
God.
know there's people looking at
Is that a
hail.
Prius?
They're
It looked
doing-
like a Prius.
Oh my gosh. People behind them, 50, 60 miles an hour, someone's not going to pay attention. And that's a very, very bad.
I'll tell you what, that's the situation, Maz, where you better hope you do have car insurance because I'm coming with a bat. If I see that and I can't get through because you're blocking everybody else's ability to go find shelter, I'm coming with a bat. And if you don't think I don't have one of those little Louisville sluggers in my back car,
I've only heard
test
Phil
me.
use
Test
the
me.
F-bomb a few times on this show over the last 183 episodes, and I think every time it had to do with somebody parking underneath of an overpass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I don't think people realize that first of all, an overpass is not safe during a tornado, and oftentimes, when you have these storms with large hail, sometimes there can be a tornado falling right behind it. So
Right.
that is the worst place to be. Sure, you're saving yourself a little bit of money on car insurance, but why don't you just switch to Geico and save us all some bucks on your so,
Say 15%.
Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Well,
And
that was
doesn't it also funnel the winds even faster potentially?
It
Like,
does.
does.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's even more dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not the best idea. Please just keep driving, people. It's not worth it. Anyway, that was great, Maz. I do have a weather fool this week. And
Hey,
my
Brady,
weather-
before you hit your weather fool, though, I want to ask if Adam can add that to his 3D weather simulation, where if in real time you can see vehicles under an overpass. If you can focus in and send that wind through and just kick all those cars right out,
what happens? Sure.
I would play
I'm
that
totally
all
glad.
day.
You know what?
We can do that
Google
for sure.
knows where the traffic jams are, so I'm
does,
sure
right.
if you got that
That's right.
that information, you can fit it into your Weatherverse. Anyway,
Sorry, Brady. Go ahead.
Nope, that
Good idea.
is the wrong screen. Hold on, that is not the right.
I wondered. I wondered.
By the way-
sorry about
by the way,
that,
Brady.
everyone. Apparently, I have not upgraded my antivirus. in a
This
long
weather
time.
fool didn't upgrade his firewall.
And
Right.
so, please, if you're listening, do not attack my computer. I will not share my IP. Please do not attack it. Anyway, so my weatherful, and actually, this was a tornado about a week and a half ago, and I was actually a couple of miles from this, but this is in southeast Florida. And this was, I think, an EF2 tornado that went through the kind of Miami, Fort Lauderdale area.
Mhm.
And you can see here, there's someone driving, and you can see a car in front of them, and watch this car just flip. Watch that car just flip over.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
And-
remember seeing this.
And I
Oh
bet
my
you a lot of you guys probably saw this
Yeah.
clip on Twitter. I mean, it was just literally a car. And I don't really know if there's much they could have done, but if there's a tornado warning, people, you probably shouldn't be on the roads.
No.
Because winds like that, I mean, they're just going to flip your car over, and you won't be able to do anything. So
There's another perspective of that one where the person's filming straight and the car comes flying out from the left side of their screen and just tumbles down the road. Supposedly the person was okay. I think they were in a Mercedes or something. They were
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
time to be in a strong
Germans
car.
make some, one heck of a car. So hopefully they had some good car insurance as well. All right, Phil. I understand you got about 20.
You know
So
what?
let's
Let's go.
go to your weather.
Let's go to Greg first.
You know what? You're
Brady.
right. Let's
Yeah,
go to Greg first before we
let's
look
go
at the
to
naked
Greg
man
first.
swimming in whatever water that was.
Yeah. Okay. So mine is not a video. This is a story about dust storms that the Weather Channel
I
posted.
heard about that.
Some of you might have heard about it in Illinois. This big pile up, and it was to do with a dust storm, and we see it every year. Blizzards cause the same effect. Fog, we see that as well. Exact same thing. But when visibility is low, you gotta slow down, people.
Slow.
And there were
down.
people that were killed. And anyway, no one came out and said that dust events cause more loss of life than, or at least as much loss of life as hurricanes and wildfires in some years. So when you can't see, you got to slow down. Go from 80 down to 60. Go from 60 down to 30, whatever. But slow down.
That reminds me a lot of like snow squalls. I mean, do they have warnings for that? I mean, do we know if the National Weather Service like puts out like a dust squall warning? Or I don't know if that's the right.
I think there was a dust
terminology.
storm advisory or dust storm warning. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, if there isn't, I feel like there should, because it's very similar, right? You lose visibility and you just can't see
Yeah.
in front of you. So
That's brutal.
that's crazy.
Now,
Well,
we can
cool,
go to
Greg.
Phil.
Yeah, no, that's good. Definitely a good reminder there, Phil. Why
All
don't
right, you guys didn't use any of the 5 that I have, so tighten your belt straps. Here
All
we go. This first one I call Tulane swimmer misses the cut. This was a flood somewhere and she swims. So it's an actual. This is a swimmer for Tulane. She gets down in the water in the street. This is just a residential street, and she starts swimming the crawl stroke in the water. And who knows what the hell is in that water?
Yeah.
A lot of feces.
Gross.
A lot of feces.
Oh.
It is.
And so
Good water.
I don't think she probably made her next swim meet. That's just kind of a guess on my part, but that's a guess. Next one, I call this dude flips out over a flipped car. So this guy is basically watching, very similar to Brady, some of the things you guys have shown already. But
That's the one. This is the video.
that's the same tornado.
so he's sitting here, just sitting with his car, watching this tornado come through. There's debris flying all over, and then there goes a car just tumbling down the street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
At that point, he has to be saying, "I'm an idiot."
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was that same Palm Beach tornado that happened. That was crazy.
Yeah, he was probably a little too close. All right, this one I call
the other video.
this one death by window, or near death by window. So this guy's basically, again, just filming a storm outside his window. You can see the apartment parking lot in front of him, or whatever that is. And if you look off to the right, and it's fast and quick, but did you see that?
Power flash.
No.
No, it was debris that just came flying,
Oh,
and it
Wow.
just missed coming through the window.
I did
Wow.
see that there. Yeah.
That's crazy fast.
So, guys, just again, you're not protected behind a window from a storm and anything that's throwing debris.
Is the
Unless
other
it's
way, and he's
bulletproof.
dead.
Unless it's bulletproof.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
I wouldn't bet on that either. All right. This next one, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is some meteorologist. His name's Chris Robbins. I call this Chris Robbins needs Tony Robbins. But he posted this stuff on, I don't know if this was Facebook. He said, a child just rang my doorbell. Folks, you do not ring doorbells in 2023. My 6 was loaded. Keep your kids away. What? And then he goes on to say, it's a bad idea to allow your kids to go around ringing doorbells in 2023. Read the news, stop it. If it rings tomorrow, I might pull someone's hair. I'm just playing, but it's a bad idea for kids ringing doorbells, blah, blah, blah. And then here he goes. He said, she was looking for her kitten. I'm so impatient. I feel bad because I warned her I might pull her hair if she rang my doorbell again. She started crying. She told me her kitten was missing. I told her to call animal control because I saw him in the neighborhood. And then he said, it's a learning opportunity. She found a nice grumpy old man, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, this kind of went viral, and he ended up, I don't know if he
Tell me
runs,
he got the boot. Tell me
well,
he
he
got
runs, I think he runs a private consulting business. And it just sounds like he got dropped by a lot of people. He was reported, the National Weather Association cut his membership. And
Wow.
just stupid
That
stuff
is
to be
horrible.
saying. A little kid lost her kitten, and he's threatening to pull her hair, and then on
It's
social media
if-
saying, I've got my 6 loaded.
Even
Who
if you-
threatens to pull someone's hair? Like, what is that? I mean,
And even if you do, who puts that on Twitter?
yeah.
I mean,
He's got a bit of a
I threaten that all
crazy
the
look in his
time.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a little creepy.
Yeah, no, he's
That's
super
the thing.
I'm a little scared to talk bad about him
Stop
because
it.
he
Zoom
could be
out.
listening.
No,
and that's
no.
a problem.
All right, so then I'm going to finish on a good note. I call this Dickberg. So this is actually an iceberg off of Newfoundland, and it's a little phallic looking. Would you guys? I would imagine
Cold
you'd
as
agree.
ice.
It seems disproportionate for some reason. I don't know.
Well,
Did you hear?
hey, Greg, here in America, that's how we roll. So.
Did you hear though the name of the town? It was like just floating beside
Dildo.
dildo.
Yeah. And I swear to God, dildos.
No way.
I swear to God, dildos on Conception Bay.
Yeah.
I swear to
I'm calling
God.
bull crap on
Wow.
No.
No, that's a
Look it
real
up.
thing.
Greg is
way.
absolutely correct.
You
right.
can't. You can't make.
Can't
I
make
mean,
that
you
up.
can't make that up. Oh my God.
You can't.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't ask Adam. Adam, do you have any weather fools or anyone that you
No,
know?
you know what? Of all the
do
things,
with the weather?
my entire focus was bring a beer that's weather related. So
That's good.
that's my
Okay.
entire
You
focus.
did it.
I
that
got-
will make you not a weather fool.
Actually,
You
if
are
I can
not.
tell you a story, there is a beer called Storm Chaser that I looked up, but it was like a 2-hour drive, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. So so I ended up finding this one here in Barrie. So
Next
But
time,
it
next
would have been
time.
sweet to have Storm
Yeah.
Chaser as my beer. That would be awesome. Yeah. would've been great.
You have a weather themed beer, which is better than literally all of us except for Serena. So good job there. But anyway, guys, if you want to see our weather fools, go to stormfrontfreaks.com, look under the show notes section, and look for show 183.
Well, that sound can only mean that it's time for Trollbot. So, Trollbot is an awesome robot that helps us understand what people in meteorology or weather people actually wanted to say to all those horrible, horrible people who think they have to say terrible things out there. Phil, I hear you found a doozy for this week's Trollbot.
Well, so here's what I have to explain to you all. Adam, you were talking about it earlier, right? AI is like becoming huge. It's a huge thing, and it's growing. You know, when it starts becoming mainstream, right? That's when it kind of hits its pace. So I thought, you know what? We need to upgrade Weather Trollbot. And so what I did is I went and I found basically some AI data and software, and I started downloading into Weather Trollbot. The problem with Weather Trollbot is she's really old. You know, we found her at a garage sale and we've kind of repurposed her, but so she's kind of still processing this download. Okay. So we're still gonna use her tonight. I just don't know necessarily what to expect because she's still really young in her processing phase, and so I don't know what to expect. But we're still gonna give it a shot. So the first one, and here's what's really unique tonight: a lot of our weather troll bots have been women, right? Women getting trolled and all that bull crap. Tonight, we have two men that are also getting trolled and responding to that. And one is none other than friend of the show, James Spann, chief meteorologist at ABC 3340 in Birmingham. And he basically was talking about fall streak holes in central Alabama. He said they're generally caused by a passing aircraft. When an aircraft passes through these types of clouds, the air around its wings and body expands and cools, and this can trigger the droplets to turn into tiny ice crystals. And when that happens, they fall and it leaves a hole behind in the cloud. Okay?
Very cool.
So David Potter, not afraid to use your name if you're going to be stupid, says on social media, said, James Spann, the lying weatherman. Let's talk about HAARP. HAARP. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
I think that's like an old
That's
people
like the
retirement home.
contrails. It's like
Wait,
the
that's-
contrails.
Yeah, the chemtrails people.
Chemtrails.
All right,
yeah.
so he says, let's talk about HAARP and geoengineering, Mr. Lying Weatherman. Let's talk about cloud seeding and charging the ionosphere to intensify storms. Let's talk about harping and pulsating radar. Let's talk about those things instead of these pretty little distractions. Come on, Mr. Lying Weatherman. People are waking up to the fake weatherman that is James Spann. Get educated.
Hey, I've seen a pilot hit a button and start stuff cart flying out the back of the plane. So until you can explain that to me, no. I'm just
All right,
kidding.
Harp's waiting for your phone call there, Brady.
Yeah, that was urine.
All right.
That's all bullcrap. I know.
So here's the great, our weather friends that respond. They usually respond really politely and professionally and nice. And and James was pretty short with his response, but he said, "I believe David is off his meds tonight."
Okay, yeah.
So we probably know it was close to that because that was pretty good. But what we do is we got to plug the troll and the response. We got to plug all this into TrollBot and let her compute what James Spann was really thinking when he responded. Now, again, TrollBot's young in her processing here, so I don't know what we're going to get. But let's go ahead and plug it in. All right, we got it in. She's got to process. She's still kind of slow with the processing, but all right, let's see what she's got.
You talk about clouds and these fucking jabronis come out of the woodwork like motel cockroaches. This trash ass could use some medication or a jackass kick to his head.
She is young, I guess.
Trollbot's got Benjamin Button disease. She had some serious age regression.
I've never heard a 5-year-old say jabroni.
She's growing. It's amazing what AI sound like. I almost was wondering who the hell are her parents, but it's AI. So
Oh my god.
all right, so now we know what we're gonna get. Let's so we're gonna go to the next one. This is Cruz Medina. He's a meteorologist at Channel 4 in Nashville, and this was basically kind of one-sided. He explained the troll, but also gave his response at the same time. He said, a lady called the newsroom tonight and said she would change the channel because I was wearing lipstick. I had nothing on my lips, but I am Latino, and we generally have darker shaded lips. Brenda, please change the channel and also get a new TV because your saturation is off.
Could be.
All right.
Backhanded, but polite.
All right, let's I got to plug this into TrollBot.
No saturation.
All right, let her process that.
Someone tell this shit whispering bigot to watch another fucking channel or get a TV that's not from 1987. Who even calls a television station anymore? She can mouth sex a taser for all I care.
What was that?
God.
Did you just say mouth sex a taser?
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Who taught this young child robot these
That was-
words?
That was
That was somehow worse than the jabroni comment.
That was bad.
God.
Brady's vocabulary just
terrible.
doubled.
All right. So all I have to say is we hope that Trollbot continues
Teaser.
to mature over the next few
I
episodes.
hope so.
It gets a little better.
Send me a postcard, drop me a line.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
I don't know how I can follow that, but all right. Hunter Hurley checked in on Twitter. Going to be trying something different on WX Twitter for the next couple of weeks. Every 2 days at approximately 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, I'll post a general topic question for the community to answer in their personal opinion. Some posts may contain a poll, some may not. Posts start today. And then Hunter gave a big thanks to Stormfront Freaks for some of the topics and questions. So we're having an impact.
Nice.
That's always fun.
I'm gonna check it out.
Absolutely. Let's see. The WX store checked in. Great episode from Stormfront Freaks with Jordan Hall. I listened this morning and now I want to get loaded on red beer with a pork queen. You may remember those references.
That
have to
was a
listen
good
to the show.
episode.
And a couple of our guests, our former guests, have been checking in on our Patreon only Facebook group that if you are a Patreon subscriber, you too can be a part of. Former guest Jeff Cornish checked in, says, doing well, keeping busy, but I have no complaints. I've been with AccuWeather for 6 years now. Kids are growing up too fast and life is good. I hope all is well with you and the team. I love your approach to the podcast. Thank you, Jeff. Nice words. And let's see. This is Steve Collier, who actually contributed one of the Weather Fools. Commented, Phil, of course, let our Patreon members know about the changes that are coming that he announced at the beginning of this show. And Steve Collier says, that's great. Thank you all again for all you do. Look forward to all the new stuff. Maybe I'll see you all out there chasing.
Right on. Thanks, Steve.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully the death rage doesn't get us first, though. We'll see.
Way to bring us down, Brady.
Thanks.
And I had one more. This was from Timothy Veltman. It says, I have to admit, I love the idea of the live show recording on YouTube going back to the public again. Having it exclusive for Patreon members was okay, but there wasn't as much banter on the chat board as before. And that's so we hope we get lots of you that are listening now to watch us live on Thursday nights, starting when, Phil? June 8th?
Yep, June 8th for sure.
Right. Yeah. So thanks, Timothy, for that comment. And thank you to everybody for checking in with us each and every episode.
And Phil, let me put this out there too. I think we should extend right now an invitation to Adam to come on again at some point and update us on what's happening with the 3D weather version.
Yeah.
Yes, please. That'd be fun.
Hey, and if you need any beta testers, Adam, I'm your guy.
We do,
right?
actually.
I'm
we
your
do
guy.
need beta testers. So,
I'm your guy.
a lot of hands there. That's great. That's perfect. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm honored to be on the podcast. I'm a big fan, and yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been great. And maybe if I finish this beer, I'll maybe play a tune. We'll see.
Well, it's not a maybe. You're up, buddy. I'm introducing you. So all of our listeners and viewers, you're going to get a special treat tonight. Adam is going to play us a song, and before we announce our next guest and everything, Adam, it's the stage is yours.
All right, I'm going to do just a little bit of a tweak. Hopefully, I don't get that feedback that we were hearing earlier, but let me see if I can get the stereo audio going. So how's that sound? Did you get any feedback, or is it okay?
No, that's
sound good.
That's good.
Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna kick on one more mic, and so I wrote this song for my wife. She's amazing. Her name's Amanda, and she's a brilliant singer, brilliant woman, great mother. I love her so much. Anyway, so I wrote this tune for her, so I'll crack it out for you here. So thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Craig's already crying.
Only need a minute of your time to let me know, to let you know why you matter. You matter. If only in this instance I could be the one to show you why you matter. Only second of your day, but a third and fourth would be okay. It's true. If only in the second I could be the one to show you why you matter. 'Cause you matter to me. Moment of your world, just a glance or two will do the girl. You matter. You matter. If only for a moment I could be the one to show you why you matter. 'Cause you matter to me.
Totally got laid.
That was awesome.
Man, I'd like to be as good at one thing in my life as you are at everything you do, Adam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That
very
was
much.
a treat, Adam. That
Where's
really
that
was.
song?
Good.
Where's that song? I kind of
Great
want that. That kind of made me tear up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thanks.
awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you kindly.
That was
That was
good.
awesome. That was cool. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, that was a special treat, but that just about does it for this episode of Stormfront Freaks podcast. So thanks for tuning in. So before I get to what our next episode is going to be about, I've got one request, and that's if you like the show, hit the follow or subscribe button and help us by sharing your favorite episode on social media or send it to a friend. If you could do that for me, certainly appreciate it. Freaks, let's find out how people can, I guess, find you and follow you. Greggles, I'll start with you. And you're muted because, you were tuning into the awesome song. And I will move to Maz.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, there
now.
he
I'm
is.
good.
He's back.
I'm good now. You guys can find me on all social media, all platforms at greg@instantweather.com.
Very good, Maz.
.ca.
.ca.
Totally skipped the interview, didn't you?
Wow.
Anyway.
That's good. He already gave me his resume. It's fine. He's in. It's good.
He's in. Dang. All right. You can find me on Twitter at @moneystorm, the number 4 and the letter U.
Very good. Serena, how about you?
Yep, everything is Weather Serena, WXCYRENA.
Awesome. MJ, you're up.
All right, I'm at Mark Stormpod on Twitter, at Mark Stormpod, MARC.
Awesome. Brady, are you looking up your accounts? Make sure you get them right.
No, I was just I was also trying to play a piano, but when I heard him start to play, I'm like, you know what? He's way too good.
So we'll pass. We'll let you practice a little more.
You can find me at Brady Harris WX on Twitter and Columbus Weather with Brady on TikTok and Insta.
Awesome. And then you can find me at Stormfront Freak on Twitter. That's usually where I'm hanging out. Special thanks to our guest tonight, Adam Skinner. Adam, again, thank you.
Very welcome. Thanks so much.
That was a lot of fun. So I told you guys about our next show. So we're actually not going to have a guest necessarily unless we run into one, because as I mentioned, it's going to be Chase Week later this May. So the Freaks, we're going to be out chasing in the plains or wherever the storms, I guess, happen to be. And we're going to compile that and put an audio show together, an audio podcast together with kind of the best of the week. So that will be our next episode, which will be posted, I don't know, sometime later this month, I guess, on a Sunday. I don't have the date on me.
Might be the 28th or so.
That sounds correct. May 28th. So look for that May 28th. And again, if you didn't get to YouTube, youtube.com/Stormfront Freaks, make sure you follow and get notifications, because that's when you'll find out when we are streaming live and having a good time. And one of the things we are going to do, I guarantee, so we have a Storm Chaser board game. We're going to get everybody together after we've had a few drinks, and we are going to stream the Freaks playing Storm Chaser board game. So that, I guarantee you, after a few drinks is going to be a lot of fun. What else do I have? I think that's it. So I'm going to say for Adam and Brady and Greg and Maz and Serena and MJ, I'm going to signal the all clear, and we'll catch you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Oh, man.
You're
That's all
close.
I-
You're
Place
close,
out, Brady.
buddy.
Place out.
No way.
Keep
I can't.
practicing.
Do the good old hockey game. How about that?
He's
Oh,
got to
man, I'm
get
pulling
his
that one.
recorder out and play some Lord of the Rings or whatever. Hobbit.
Serena can teach him the recording.
I will say, Adam, I've been trying to teach myself piano. How did you teach yourself? Did you do lessons, and I'm not good at all, but did you do lessons or YouTube videos? What was the best way?
So YouTube didn't exist when I taught myself.
Okay.
Just to put that out there. So what I did is I would listen to the radio, and so about 6 or 7 years old, I would listen to the radio, and I would record it on cassette tape. And then I would stop the tape, I'd rewind it. I'd find that first note, so like Nirvana, da 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 da, right? I'd find that first note, and I'd go da 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 da, and I'd try to like just play single notes. Then somebody taught me like how to play, the fourth over it, so a chord. And then I basically from that point on just kind of figured it out and just kept teaching myself and figuring out the drums and guitar and all that stuff. So just using my ear.
Well, you got a great voice, and that takes
totally
more
Thank
than
you so
teaching
much.
yourself. So that's good too.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, kindly.
So yeah, we didn't work Greg's saying,
No.
and
Yeah,
I can't
I
even
know.
repeat it. Can't remember what the hell it was, but
Malignant narcissist.
Malignant
There you go.
narcissist. Yeah, that's great.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
But we
I'm
do
gonna
have we do have Dickberg as a potential.
Yeah, Dickberg.
malignant.
Brady, just don't look it up on TikTok, please. It's just
I won't.
all right. So
you'll find the truth there.
So I got to show off a little bit because I've been working on these videos. So I'm going to show some of these videos to y'all.
Adam, while he's doing that, can you give me your email address?
Yeah, sure. It's Greg at instantweather.ca. No, it's at adam.skinner@instantweather.ca.
Adam.Skinner
2 N's.
at
Yeah.
instant weather.
Do you want
Instantweather.ca.
you want us to end, Phil, before you do the videos?
No, we can play them because it's just going to
Okay.
be the Patreon members that would see me.
What was
Raw.
the second
Let's
thing?
raw.
Narcissist.
Malignant
Malignant.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going green. Greenwich. Saddle them up. You got it, boss.
Yeah, that's
All right.
like,
Oh, looks
Nice.
So that's our
Hey,
intro.
Hey, did you pull those clouds from the 3D Weatherverse? It kind of looked like you were flying through a storm there.
Give them a royalty. Give them a
Not
royalty.
yet, but I will if you want to give me access to that. All right, so here's lightning round.
nice.
Brady
that-
posted
That's
the
really
definition
cool.
in the chat. Did you see?
I like
You
that.
did,
I
yes.
mean,
Yeah.
But in the hands of malignant fate, having an excessive or erotic interest in one
oneself and one's
and one's
physical appearance.
Yeah,
You
it's
turn
very
yourself
clear-
on,
it's
baby.
very clear by my beer belly that I can't get enough of it.
All right,
Yeah,
this
poison
is
beer,
this is a new segment we're gonna have.
And then it
What's
kills
the
us.
segment? What's the segment?
So
Weather
so
AI.
we're here since we're going video.
AI.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play like Mad Libs with you guys and have you come up with, nouns and verbs and kind of related to weather. And I'm gonna plug it into various AI stuff. Maybe it's AI, paintings or art,
sort
or
of
maybe it's AI.
generator?
And then we'll just basically on air we'll just go and then see kind of what kicks out and what comes from that. So kind of Mad Libs AI.
Send me a postcard, drop me a line.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
Nice.
All right, there's our
Great.
free
That
fan
works.
box.
Hey,
That's fantastic.
you're
And you'll
on
notice when
video.
the video plays, it mutes everyone automatically.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh,
Probably good.
All right,
Which is kind of
WX Resort.
That's what I want.
Wow. These are cool.
Two more.
Chaser's gone wild.
So that'll be Adam. So so one of the things that we've done every once in a while, but the more of these chasing video games that come out, we find like Weather Fools, where people are driving into tornadoes, being stupid, or they're
Hitting
running down fences and crap like that. So we play that.
Pretty good.
I just renamed the podcast to that.
Adam, you might be next. So you never know. You might be on our next Wasted Weather segment. We'll see.
I'm in. Let's go.
Oh, what if you slowed that song down? Like really slowed it down. That would took that really high note that only he can reach and brought it right down. That would be pretty funny, actually.
Be good. So quick before anybody leaves, just a reminder. I know Brady's been working on his front light and his background to improve.
I've got a
his
green
video.
screen. I've got a green screen coming too, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest.
So just making sure everyone's moving ahead. June 8th is kind of the and I did mention the Thursday before that, which is June 1st.
Yes, it
as
is.
being kind of a night we just quick get together, kind of do a trial run of stuff. I know, Maz, you said you can't make it that night, but I think everybody else said they'd probably be okay for a 9:00 trial run
We have
of stuff.
a date that night, but we'll see. I might push it out.
With your mom?
Date with some pucks.
Whoa.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
No, I'll be there. I'll be there.
I got the green screen set up. I even brought it today, Phil. But
I saw that when you got on.
yeah,
when you
but it
came
was.
on, yeah.
I'm like in a sofa, and I couldn't get it close enough to me, so it was weird. I was like, all right, well,
You know what you can do is you can actually crop, right? So as long as your hands aren't going out past the green screen, so you can just have the green screen where you are, and then you can just crop the rest of it, and it'll just fill in the rest.
Really, that'd be cool.
Shoot me an email. I'll walk you through it.
That'd be cool.
It's
the other thing I was gonna do is
Instant.
It's great.
And Adam, I'm not even kidding though. If you can send me what your audio setup is, I
Sure,
will buy
yeah.
a new mic. I
Yeah,
will
it's
buy a
just,
new mic tomorrow.
This is like a kind of a rip-off Neumann. It's called a Studio Project C1. And then I have a Focusrite 2i2. So I'm just going this into the Focusrite, which is a preamp. It just goes USB. The real trick, it's not even that. I can literally turn any mic into how I sound, and I'll just send you the YouTube video. I found this guy who's like super deep radio voice, and he's like, use these free VST plugins to get this sound, and it's like a widening effect and all this kind of stuff. And as soon as I did it, it was like night and day. So
wow.
Okay, well,
I'll
I'm
just-
in.
I'll just
I
send you
don't know
that
if
YouTube video.
I don't know if I'll understand any of that, but I'll give it a go.
It's all good.
So go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I do come from a long line of radio announcers. Actually, my dad was a radio announcer on Chum, and my grandfather was a radio announcer on 1050 Chum. And
Wow.
actually, I got a cool photo of him and Jimi Hendrix here.
Oh, look at that.
There's Brian Skinner and Jimi Hendrix from 1050 Chum back in the day. So I always figured, worst case scenario, I'd go get a job at Chum and be like, hey, it's
Sure.
Adam Skinner on 1050 Chum.
So Adam, just out of curiosity, I don't know. I mentioned I'm divorced. Do you?
He's married. Sorry,
do you
Greg.
have somebody in your life right now, or?
What the hell is going on?
This is the after hours Greg hitting on me or something. I'm not sure what's happening here, but it's as
What's
soon as I hit,
going
as soon as I
on?
We're
hit,
Am I
still
that-
live. We're
am I
still
that
live, by the way.
Am I that
Like-
transparent?
Can I play a piano here so we can get,
Set the mood.
no,
Set the mood.
hold
Brady.
on, Greg. Greg,
I was
but hold on. I'm
malignant.
pretty sure I saw a woman walk through your live stream there. Walk
Yes,
through your
I
feed.
know. I know.
Is she listening? She's disappointed.
So I was going to tell everybody when Serena said she had green screen that under your settings, I just threw some various backgrounds you could use if you want.
Sweet.
Ooh.
And obviously
In
you
real
can
time.
put your own
Okay.
stuff up there, whatever you want, or
Where are they?
Nice.
Something's
No,
taking a
y-
bite of your shoulder. Is it your microphone there, or
yeah. Ow.
Those only show to you, Phil. I don't
Oh,
think-
serious?
Yeah,
No,
they
I
don't
can see
show
them.
to all of us. Oh, can you?
yeah, we can all see them.
What?
How do you not see them?
Under
No,
virtual
no, but
backgrounds?
and
Oh, but
Like
if
to
you go
select
under
them.
virtual backgrounds, they're only mine.
You're right.
Oh yeah, you've
there's
uploaded
nothing
your.
there.
You have to. Yeah, you send her the JPEGs or whatever, and she can
Yeah,
upload them.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well, she can find her
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I'll find my own while Brady
didn't know
plays
that.
hot
All
cross
right.
buns on the piano for all of us.
Hey, look,
Cross-
I have to run, guys. But Adam, great to finally meet you, and
Ditto.
yeah, just blown away by anything 3D Weatherverse. I literally thought this was going to be the worst.
The bar was super low. That was great. That was
Oh.
perfect.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for a job, Greg.
No, but I mean,
Greg,
listen, you guys
Greg,
know
are you
what
gonna
I'm
have your
talking.
van this year?
No, but you know what I'm talking about. A lot of times you hear stuff people talking about a technology thing, and then you see it, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
That's
I guess.
nice.
But Serena, you agree with me on this one, right?
I know.
Like,
I know what you're getting at. Yeah.
You just got to listen to episode 1 of the Stormfront Freaks
shit.
podcast to get
Right.
an idea
Right,
of what that's like
right.
Yeah.
with the
And I'm
tornado
just-
sensor or whatever.
Like,
that
and
they-
I think I speak for all of us, and
Yeah.
definitely for Maz, that when I say that in the first 10 seconds that you started showing that video, and you were like, "This is happening right now in Norman," we were all like, "What?" Like
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. So
it was a good
Yeah,
night
cool.
to test that.
yeah,
Yes,
really
it
was.
was.
Yeah.
Hey, by the
Yeah,
way, did we
exactly.
give him enough time to get all that 3D rendering done that we can see the?
You know what? I closed Discord. Let me open it up and I'll see if he's done it. He said he was.
I mean, we're only 2 hours and 6 minutes into
One
this, so
Yeah.
I almost had to.
I said any luck with a question mark. So he's in Australia. So what time is it there? I got it on my watch. It's
Yeah.
only 1 p.m. there, so he's good.
It's 5
yeah.
o'clock somewhere.
Yep.
It's tricky. We're having meetings. We're having all these meetings for all these flight simulator companies want to use it for their tech and stuff. And so they're in France, and I have people in Australia, and I'm like 4 p.m. in Ontario and 6 a.m. in Australia, and like sometime in the evening in France. It's amazing we can do that, but it's still tricky scheduling fun.
Time zones suck in that case.
All right,
That
gotta
one-
run, guys.
All right.
Bye, Greg. Nice to
See you
meet you.
later.
I
See you later, Brady.
Made there, huh?
Thanks so
That's the
much.
professional
Appreciate all the
background
kind
we were
words.
looking for, Brady. Good
That's
job.
the one.
I literally just found that picture on my computer.
Costco? What is this?
No clue. Like,
Oh,
Is
he's
that
typing. He's typing.
Halloween Google?
Oh,
Is that
he's-
Halloween Google?
oh, look, I had that on my sketch pad. I have no clue. What
He
that
says,
was.
"Yup, I've uploaded it, and
Oh.
he's got it right here."
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Oh,
All right, I'm
Greg
downloading
missed
it. It's about 3 gigs. Give me a sec. It's got to download it.
Oh,
3.1 gigabytes.
Hey,
Wow.
By the way, Phil, for those that are storm chasing, if it ends up we're like it's for sure going to be a bust and there's going to be nothing, we could always go to Florida and chill at the beach. Just FYI, that is an option.
Go to Florida and chill at the beach.
If it's an we have a place we can stay to for free. So
Where? We're in Florida.
like Southwest Florida, only if there's literally going to be no storms.
There'll be storms.
South of Tampa, like really southwest.
Yeah, like Fort Myers, Naples area.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Right where the hurricane got hit, basically.
Wasn't the water up to the garage in there?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There was
just a
someone-
little mold problem, Maz. That's all.
No,
If you're not
no.
allergic, it's not going to be
No.
a big deal.
No, the house was
Still
fine.
can
There
be.
was the next door neighbor's house though. They actually left their house and came to our garage because their house was like 5 feet underwater. So
Whoa.
Wow.
I see
Yeah,
those
that-
videos of people like going up to the attic and then like it like
Yeah.
filling up in the attic. Like that is horrifying.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brutal.
Mm.
Yeah, get out. That's the nice thing about a hurricane is you can just leave. I mean, maybe people don't have places to go, but in a lot of cases, you just leave.
yeah, you
So we're still
Yeah.
broadcasting
Let's go.
while you're pulling that up.
Yeah.
Let everybody know Jeremy Bauer is going to be on a panel. This is Tuesday, May 23rd, 1 o'clock. So he won the AMS Weather Band. He was one of the winning photographs of their photo contest, which was really cool.
Nice.
So yeah,
Very cool.
that'll be live, so you can actually tune in.
Nice.
Congratulations, Jeremy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's great. All right, so I'm
right,
unzipping it.
Should I end it, Phil, or
No,
Let it
what
go.
the heck? We got something
let it
cool.
go? All right.
We'll let it go. Let the world see it. Let Jeremy
World
see it.
Yeah, well, this is untested, so if this crashes, not my fault.
Okay.
So what this is it's he actually took the Google Earth and put it into it. So now I've always wanted to just like when you open Google Earth, you're like, this is so cool. Can't I just plop a car down here and just like drive around Google Earth? Wouldn't that be sweet? And now we actually can. It's so
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
I'm stoked for this. So this is a first attempt here. So we'll see. I'll just put in some random directory here. Here we go. All
Greg's
right.
gonna be
It's-
so mad he missed this.
I know
Yes.
he is.
He
I'm
wants-
texting him right now.
Well, I don't think
You
his
watch
heart.
it, Rob.
Like I don't think he could have taken it. Like he was.
He was
true,
like,
it's good
he's
for
like this.
Yeah.
Oh.
He had a French maid anyway, so he had to go.
This was so much fun, by the way. Thank you for having me on. I had an absolute blast.
Yeah.
This is wild.
No, you were awesome. You were amazing. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Yeah. So is that still going in Oklahoma? Is it still rocking? It is. Slaughterville.
Still tornado warned.
Wow. There's a weird like backwards hook
I see that,
south
yeah.
of Slaughterville. It's like what a weird little backwards appendage. It's strange.
It's not showing in the velocity though.
No, there's Zippo in the velocity. I don't know
No,
if
it's showing in the velocity. Like
What?
it's,
What?
Hold
No, it's
on.
not. No, there's no couplet. You're talking about Slaughterville cell? If you're looking at KTLX, there's no couplet right now. It's just a bunch of noise. But there is definitely a big.
Very
It's like
good.
a backwards hook. It's a weird backwards hook. But that could easily, very quickly, hit a boundary and spin, for sure. All right, I think
Brady
I've unzipped
playing
it.
music.
Yeah, is Brady still working on the piano? There? That's
He's
cool.
still working on it. Yeah.
He is.
That's cool.
Give him a few more years. He'll have it. He'll have it set.
It goes. Is he still? Hold on, let me see. Oh, he still got the same background. It goes with the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cute.
I think that might be a nursery
Kids?
rhyme.
Yeah, where's?
Wait, here, I'll turn it up. I'll play. Wait.
It's cute.
It's like a circus, like the background.
very much.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very
I think I
fitting.
can play Baby Shark too, but I got to figure that one out.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Please don't.
So
All right, I
we'll
muted him, Adam, so you can go if you're ready.
No, it's okay. In fact, it might be good background music for what I'm doing here. We'll see. It could actually work. Okay, this is the first time I've ever tested this, so I have no idea if it's gonna work, but we'll see. We'll see here. Hold on, let me turn some things off.
Look
Okay,
at
so
look at you with your video. Jeez,
let's see
know, I
here.
we got to get better.
All right, I'll go to Barry. I know Barry's scanned. So he said it might take a little bit of time to render. It takes the tiles a bit of time to come in. So we'll see if it works. I'm not sure. This may or may not work. It's like a first test. No way, it's working.
It's
coming.
getting better.
No
It's
way.
coming.
Oh
my God.
Come on. This
ridiculous.
is so cool. Are you
Set in the
kidding
window.
me?
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
That is cool.
yes. This is like dream come true. Like Google Earth. I like.
Oh.
If only we were talking all these different. Oh, look at the quality of it. We were talking to all these different companies like that are doing. It's the company that did the all the ground stuff for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We talked to them and the pricing was interesting. So, but this is that's the word for it. But are you kidding me? Like just drive around in Google Earth now. So this is my hometown of Barrie. So I mean, the only thing is it's coming in a bit slow, but if we can, I don't know if we can figure out a way to cache it maybe or something like that, or get it to come in a little bit faster. But the fact that you can just literally drive around. Okay, so let's go to Oklahoma here. Hold on a second. Let's just go for a flight.
Let's see how
Let's
this
go
works.
up. By the way, it looks like the Earth is round. I just want to point that out. And anyways,
No way.
just so you know, the 3D Weatherverse proves it right here. Here you go. It's
Flat
the
Well,
Earth is
like-
round.
My favorite argument for that is they call it an atmosphere, not an atmosflat.
An atmosphere. That's right. That's good. Yeah, that's great. So where are we going here? Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. The sound effects are excellent. Okay. Let's go down KTLX. Let's see what's going on here. So let me just change the time or the. Okay, let's see. We should be able to get the latest. Hopefully this works. I know on the previous render he was having some issues with it, so we'll see if it comes up. But it'd be cool if we get both at the same time. I think it might be working. We'll see. We'll see. And then we might be able to get the LiDAR scan of... Oh, is it coming? Oh, no.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Let me do some tweaking here. So... Oh, no, we don't need a car just yet. Let's go back to... Let's... I just want to bring down the...
It's cool because it was like Jonas, right? It's like, oh, there goes Jonas, and the car comes down.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All
Look at
right,
the
so...
sun and the shadows. That's all.
I know, isn't it nice with that? Yeah, it's nice to be able to, you can go at nighttime if you want. Yeah, it's cool. Be able to see different times of day. I love this engine. It's great. So, okay, so let's go down. What will be cool is if hold on, where's Oklahoma City? I'm already lost. If that's KTLX. There's north. Let's see here. So, where is it versus the radar? Let me just double check. Is it right? Oh, there's 2 tornado warnings now. There's another. So there's Slaughterville, and now there's one to the east as well in St. Louis Mod.
Yeah. That was there before, but had a better couplet.
Oh, I see. Oklahoma City's northwest. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I should know that. All right. So, it had a better couplet. Yeah. So where is?
Yeah, the St. Louis one's got a better couplet, but
I want to go into town and try to get some good layers here. Let's see. But this is so cool. Here we go. I am so stoked that you can get Google Earth in here now. It is just awesome. Okay, so it takes a little bit though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit for those tiles to pull in. So that's the only downside. But what we can actually do is we can use this data now to actually procedurally generate the roads and the trees and the buildings based on this data. So we can take the LiDAR scan data and then we can actually plop in higher quality assets, which is pretty cool. Let me.
Plus, I feel like it's cool because if you can see, I feel like when you look on the radar, you can't really tell if it's going over like a highly populated area or it's just like farmland.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool
exactly.
to see. I mean, I think emergency management could use that too.
I think so. Yeah. Okay, so let me dial back that summary. Hold on. If I bring this down. So the summary is kind of blending in with it. I don't know if you can see how green it is, which it actually kind of has a cool effect to it. But when you get down to street level and this starts to reload into the better quality, I mean, driving around, the thing is the loading might actually be okay if we were to if we know exactly how, sorry, I'm geeking out a little bit here, but if we know exactly how quickly the loading is going to happen, then we can actually call the tiles way in front of where you're driving, right? So we can call it way further down the road. So those tiles are already pre-loaded, pre-baked. And as you start to drive towards it, it's already in full quality. So we can kind of like build a radius out from the vehicle of where are you going and preload those tiles. And then you'll get, as good as Google Street View is. I mean, yeah, it's a little blobby, but that's why I want to take like kind of their blobby trees and cut them out and replace them with an actual nice tree asset. So when you drive through these towns, drive through Moore, Oklahoma, you're actually going to be able to see everything. And then the other thing too is if we have the real assets there, then when there's a debris signature, then we can actually destroy those assets in real time. So when that debris is being lofted, we can actually show the damage path in real time and have the debris swirling around the tornado. So that would be pretty wild. Yeah. We want to be careful with it though. We don't just spawn a tornado on any storm, right? We want to make sure it's confirmed spot, like on the ground. If there's a tornado warning, but it says radar indicated, I'm trying to find like where's the middle balance? Like maybe a rotating wall cloud that's getting close to the ground, but we don't show a debris signal. We don't show any debris on the ground, right? And then you wait until you have a TDS, or you wait until a spotter has
Well,
reported.
can
a
you
tornado
use
on the ground.
CC to determine if there's debris and there actually is then a
You can. You have to be careful with it though. 'Cause sometimes there's so much noise sometimes in CC. I'm sure you know that. Like, some of those times you just see like just blue all over the place, and you're like, is that an actual drop? Or it's when you have that nice clear like red, and there's like a nice blue hole right in the middle, then you can really see it. So, but yeah, usually at that point in time, you've already got spotter confirmed. You've got you've got emergency management confirming it. But yeah, so cool. Google Earth built right into it. And I'm glad it worked on the first try. That's sweet. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm stoked about that. That's cool. Wicked.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That is sweet.
Yes.
Hey, no problem. I'm so glad you had me. That was a lot of fun. And it's nice we
All
had some
right.
storms. Like if we had done this in the winter, I'd have been like, check out this snow
Right.
squall of
Exactly.
20 dBZ. Whoop.
Exactly. How about, and then hurricanes? What about hurricanes?
Okay, well, let's to that point. He's already getting the piano going. So at that point, we can go and pull up an old storm if we want. So what name a hurricane, name the date, and I'll pull
Just
it
do
up.
Ian. When was Ian?
Do Ian.
You want Ian?
Oh my
All
God.
right.
I want to see this, guys, but I'm going to be up in like 5 hours. So I gotta,
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta
All
go.
All right.
I'm going to
It's all
end
good.
it too because Jeremy left, and I think
Okay.
he was our last.
All right.